Hold on. Are we live now?
Yeah,
We live, people. What's going on? Big up BR Reality TV. Big
done now.
shout out to Muslim Mind.
Done now.
And a big shout out to everybody that's tuning in. We're going to play a little track while we're waiting for a few people to jump in and a few hosts. Okay, so check this track out by Miniature called Spiritual World. Okay,
Yeah, if you ever feel misunderstood, this one's for you. Just close your eyes, turn the lights off, chill. I'm from a spiritual world, different vibrations. That's why they don't know about the shit that I'm facing. Spiritual world, different vibrations. Dying from the inside cause it's killing my patience. Spiritual world, different vibrations. Sometimes I'm confused, I don't know why I'm chasing. Spiritual world, different vibrations. Inner demons, I ain't got me feeling like I'm failing. If times are ever hard, if you ever feel low, forget material things, pay attention to your soul. Build yourself up and grow, there's more to life than though. You don't need jewelry on your neck and wrist, I here to glow. Just close your eyes and chill, relax your mind and feel. Every warrior and survivor needs a time to heal. Let loose and lose control, don't fight it, let it flow. Take the rough with the smooth, watch out for corners on these roads. Feel like you're losing youth, and please don't lose your cool. Wherever you might go through, just know that you're beautiful. The money comes and goes, the fake friends and the foes. Be strong and never give up when this life starts throwing blows. Nobody understands, not even closest friend. Going through it alone, there ain't no one to hold your hands. Fam, I believe in me, hope you believe in you. Just listen to the words, I try my best to get you through. I'm from a spiritual world, different vibrations. That's why they don't know about the shit that I'm facing. Spiritual world, different vibrations. Dying from the inside cause it's killing my patience. Spiritual world, different vibrations. Sometimes I'm confused, I don't know why I'm chasing. Spiritual world, different vibrations. Inner demons, I ain't got me feeling like I'm failing. Have you ever felt like you're stalling? Have you ever felt like you're falling? Have you ever felt like you wanna go to sleep and just not wake up in the morning? You be out here mentally under pressure, waiting for the Lord to come to bless you. Down out here where the government ain't playing safe, every day is a hunt for treasure. Can't lie, sometimes I wonder whether I'ma live to see this year's summer weather. Got a gun barrette and an umbrella for a rainy day just so I can function better. I'm lost and I'm trying to find my way, bro, but I can't read signs and the highway codes. Feeling so cold but my mind ain't froze. All confidence gone, that's why I lay low. I know exactly what you're feeling, my nigga, I can't lie cause I've been there too. Now I'm out of the pressure, coming out with confessions, I'm bringing the good vibes near you. Just close your eyes and zone the vibe. Be at one with yourself, it's a lonely ride. Ain't nothing that's stronger than a heart that's filled up with love on fire. Keep your souls alive. In a spiritual place, falling, I'm deep inside of my element. I don't really give a damn about what they been telling me cause it's irrelevant. As long as I know where I'm going, I'm fine. God created me a holy design. From inside they took control of my rhymes and they know that I'm from a spiritual world, different vibrations. That's why they don't know about the shit that I'm facing. Spiritual world, different vibrations. Dying from the inside cause it's killing my patience. Spiritual world, different vibrations. Sometimes I'm confused, I don't know why I'm chasing. Spiritual world, different vibrations. Inner demons, I ain't got me feeling like I'm failing.
right. So big up to Miniature for that track there. Can you hear me, Moss? Say something, Moss. Let me mic check this.
I can hear you, bro. My woman's just being a
Alright,
bellend
cool.
at the minute. Winding me up, mate.
Stop it, man. What the hell?
Carry on.
Yeah, yourself, man.
Do it in front of the screen.
Go away.
Say sorry.
Say sorry, Moss. Say sorry, Moss. All right, so people, I don't know what's going on with Mossy right now. But yeah, big up yourself. Survival Man Show. You know, a spiritual world. It is definitely a spiritual world with a lot of spiritual business going on. Right. Big up yourself, Russian. Big up yourself. Simi D, big up yourself. Don't forget to share the link out. Yeah, don't forget to like. Make sure you like ASAP so more people can jump in. All right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Say sorry, Moss, man. What's going on? Moss, where you at? Funny. Yeah, so look, spiritual world. It is a spiritual world, people. You know, and first of all, I want to say, okay, I kind of slipped with the videos this week, but the reason why I was sick, I was sick for like a week and a half. So I didn't really get to do any videos in the car videos that I've been doing lately. You know, I didn't get to do a load of those. I got hit up with. I was just saying basically. I ain't been doing no car videos lately because of my sickness. You know what I mean? Like, man was sick for a week and a half. Had to get on the garlics and the lemons and gingers and all that type of stuff. So I know you don't like the car videos, but I will be doing some definitely probably from tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, I got hit with something. I don't know what it was, but it started off from like headaches. It started off from like spinning headaches and stuff like that, and then chesty cough, you know. But I don't like to keep all that saliva in me, you know what I'm saying? So sweat it out as much as I can, you know. So, yo, Bia, you been well?
No, bro. I've been sick, fam.
You see, a lot of people are getting hit with this.
Been hella
And
sick,
this
fam.
hella sick, and this flu thing that everyone's got here, it's like it's longer than usual. Like it's like I've got a friend that's had it for 3 weeks. You know what I mean? I don't know what. You're out there, Moss. You cool?
Fucking dickheads, mate.
Yo, big up, drop top. Big up, drop top. You know, Russian said, "Say sorry." Make sure you say sorry, Moss. Yeah.
Think that sorry.
So yeah, I was just talking about why I haven't been doing no videos for the last few days. You know, yeah, I've been putting out videos, but not with me talking or not with me on the camera and whatnot. You know what I mean? So it's a spiritual world, like in the song, like my friend Miniature said. He's actually Schiffer's cousin, to be honest. So it's a spiritual world, and I see a lot of different things partaking in the world lately. You know me, I'm a man. I research a lot of different things in different categories. You know what I mean? And I notice a lot of things too. I notice that we live in a world right now where there's a lot of selfishness and a lot of self-love. You know, now we know, yeah, we hear people say it all the time, Mossy. You know, you have to love yourself before you love anybody else, right? Right?
True.
Moss, your mic's off. Your mic's off, Moss.
Say that again,
Yeah?
bro. Sorry.
So we know that you had a lot of people saying things like, you know, you must love yourself
Yeah, you got you, mate.
before you can love anybody else. But the thing is, though, BR, there's a level of loving yourself and worshiping yourself. You understand what I'm trying to say? There's like a thin line between them. You understand what I'm saying? Big up Madman Menace and big up Miss Starflower 71.
Big
Drop
up,
top, you're right. Like Drop top said, it's the age of self-righteousness. But now there's a serious problem with that. You understand what I'm saying to you? Like I said, there's a thin line between loving yourself and worshiping yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Now we all know when the worshiping yourself side has a lot to do with the way you look, you know, the way you present yourself to other people. You understand what I'm saying? There's someone backstage here. Schiffer Don. Yeah, big up yourself, Schiff. So I was just saying to the people, Schiff.
What's going on, man? What's going on? Big up everyone, man.
Big up
Blessings,
yourself, man.
bro.
Big up yourself. Now I was just basically just saying to the people, right? Yeah, big up Schiff, man. I was basically just saying to the people that we live in a different type of world where there's a lot of selfishness, you know what I'm saying? Self-righteous, like Drop Top says in the comments. And there's a thin line between worshipping yourself and loving yourself. Would you agree, Schiff?
Yeah, 100%, man.
because I feel that we live in a time more now where people more worship themselves. You understand? And they present themselves on a pedestal, and sometimes it's in an invisible pedestal. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's all in their mind. Understand what I'm trying to say? Now,
Well,
there's
that's
a
a
lot of
mental issue
competition.
when you say it like that.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I personally think. And I'm not saying it's a mental issue because of their own fault. You know what I mean? It's the things that have been fed to us in social media and things like that. You know, there's a lot of people right now that I say like they really like to show themselves off. You understand what I'm saying? They like to get as many likes as possible. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking male and female. I ain't just talking about the females that you see on Instagram bending over and stuff. There's some guys on there doing funny stuff too. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Do you know
Pause.
what? You see what you're
Pause.
saying, yeah? When you said what
Yeah.
you said, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. My mind's been there with this whole thing for a little while, like for a good few years. From when but like Facebook, really. Facebook is what started it. But what we gotta understand is, you know, this feminine mentality of self-gratifying, like it's nonsense to me. Like you can't self-gratify,
Right.
innit? Like you can't just
Right.
give yourself everyone's respect. You gotta earn that.
Right. You definitely. And you definitely should not. If you anyone here listening in, if you love God, yeah, and you're a God-fearing, if you call yourself a God-fearing person, yeah, as well, you should definitely not be self-gratifying, doing any type of like posing off or anything like that. And I'm just keeping it real with you because it's written. You know, these are ways of the world, Shifa. You understand what I'm trying to say to you? You see what I'm saying? Like the people, them. Big up Western Goddess. How you doing? Blessings.
Yeah, blessings.
These are the way of the world. Now, if you're a Christian or anything like that, you any dealings in the Bible, it clearly says in John 1, verse 2, chapter 2, verse 15, you do not love the world or anything in the world.
I saw you
You
go
understand
ahead.
what I'm saying? Bro, listen, we have to go deep in this show today.
Yeah, go for it. Go on.
Because I see it all the time, and it's a thing of like, I'm seeing people that are my age and up doing it, yeah, and they've got children that are my age as well, and it's like it's not good for the generations below. What's going on right now? Yeah. Now I don't know if you guys are seeing like there's this new thing that everyone's doing now, where when they're in the club they go on the 3D thing and they spin around and
Yeah.
and it's like it's a lot of to me that just looks like more self-worship. You understand? Like how much of you do you want me to see? Why are you putting yourself out like that? Who are you in competition with? Because I don't care. When you're putting out modeling photos like that and you're doing likes, and that's all competition to me.
It is.
They might not say it, but in the mind, it's like competition.
Some of them's
You're saying to yourself,
competing against themselves, though, isn't it?
Against themselves, brother. If you put out a picture and say to yourself, I'm gonna see how many likes I can get off this picture, you're in competition with yourself.
But you know, that's what I realized with the gal them. I'm not saying the man them don't do it too, because they probably do. Yeah, but with the gal them, what's that? The Boss Cup, yeah.
Yeah. You know what it is though? The man them do it too, but they do it with their cars and shit like that.
Yeah, and the drip and all that stuff.
They do it differently.
But the gal them, what they're doing,
in the club and
like if you go on any gal's profile and you see a thing with camel toe out, yeah, the views compared to one with her clothes on, it's just pure pum pum. That's all it is. And the thing is, they're degrading themselves to get a pinch of fame.
Right, and the same females or the same guys, pause, that do that,
right? Hey, do you know what? Let me cut in for a second.
No, let me just say this. The same guys that they do that, if you look up in their bio, they'll have a godly verse in their bio. They have like a godly verse in their bio. Very disrespectful. Go ahead, shit.
That. But the guy let me just showing too much pom pom, yeah. Because with all that what you call it, the pom pom meat and showing on the camera all the time, it's like when it comes down to it now, you've seen it all already. You ain't gonna be surprised no more.
You know what though? I'm gonna be honest. I don't see none of them as any different, whether it's the females or the males, innit? Like they're all
Right.
attention seekers, bro. They're all
Right.
attention seekers.
Right.
And
I said
when
both.
you say
I
it's
did not
not their
cancel out
fault,
guys. Yeah.
yeah, when you say it's both, when you say it's both, like I agree. And I think when you say it's like it's becoming an issue for them now, like with all of this social media stuff, I definitely agree, because I think people like, I don't know, man. People just want to pose up and act like there's something that they're not nowadays. Do you know, like that? No one's real anymore. Everything's like,
Right.
everything's
And guess what?
Comedy,
that's what goes to my next thing I was going to say, Shiv, and I'm glad you said that. So everyone's acting like something they're not. Who are they trying to impress? Or should I say, why are they trying to impress? Especially the godly, the so-called godly ones. You shouldn't be trying to impress anyone of this earth.
Well, it's because the
Maybe,
man's
maybe they say it's a
anyone.
form of leadership. By becoming popular, it's like a form of leadership in their mind.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I hear you, but you see, when you say that impressing people, yeah, I think if you're gonna try and impress people, yeah, like I don't know, if you invented something, show us it, you know, like that. If you've done something constructive and you know it was helpful to a lot of people, maybe that's constructive. But when you're just putting up a picture of, you know, your camel toe, like, oh no, man, I don't know. Or when you got these guys, they're just putting up pictures with, I don't know, you just get your top off and you're wearing a chain. All right, cool. If you're a rapper and you're promoting something and that sold your CD, then maybe it was productive. Outside of that box, I'm not sure, bro. I don't know, man. I don't understand.
So what do you feel about what I'm saying about the godly side of things? And that's to people that believe in God.
Well,
people just,
you know,
Religion sells.
All right. Do you think the people that believe in God? Do you think the people that believe in God can impress God with these things at their final stage?
I don't know if they're going to necessarily impress God, but I think they try and they like impressing them.
You don't know. You don't know, Shiv. If you can go to when you get to that point, when you see God, you're gonna stick your ass out, your battery out, and you think that's gonna get you through. Pause.
I don't know about all of that one there. Pause.
No, not you.
But obviously,
but
I'm
you
saying,
understand what I'm trying to say?
Obviously,
even your Bentley is not gonna get you through. Your Bentley's not gonna get you through.
That's true. The thing is
as well, yeah. The people that work their arse off to get all this stuff that they think they want, bro. By the time they've got it, they forgot they've even got it, mate. They get bored of it. You know what I mean? Like these people with the chains and.
Must. You see the point I was trying to make is, yeah. You see, if we look from back in the day, yeah, we've had rappers, singers, entertainers, innit, comedians, actors, actresses, whatever, whoever's on the TV, that, and they're good at what they do, innit. But in this day and age, you don't even have to be an actor or nothing. You ain't even got to do no talent no more. You just put out pictures and just pose up.
All right. Listen, we're going kind of off the point I was trying to make here. But I'm going to look at some of the comments because we've got a few comments about it, right? Okay. Now, Ultra says you have to worship yourself first. Ain't no God done shit for black people over the last 2,000, 3,000 years. Facts. If that's how you feel, my brother, that's good luck to you, my brother. Russian X says, and they're normalizing it as well, posting a nude, then saying only God can judge. Yeah, it's true. And then the next picture will be them and their youth. It's mad. Madman Menace, this is a madman, but we got to read that Madman Menace. Hold on. The girl them look buff in the pics. In the flesh, it looked like Halloween.
He's sending shots. He's sending shots.
Western Goddess says, there's nothing left for the imagination no more. It's bare virtual prostitution at facts.
It's the truth, though. But you know
the funny thing about it, though, Western.
You can see the crease in the toe.
They're not getting no money. They're not even getting no money. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, go ahead, Leo.
Bro, you can see the crease in their toe, fam.
You and this toe thing.
Bro, because that's all what's on there sometimes, you know.
Yeah, it's mad.
You know what I mean?
You must be looking at that.
You see what we're saying here now, yeah, we have to understand something. Women want to feel desirable, innit? That's a fact, isn't it? So when we put that in perspective, you know, even the ones that ain't all that, they want to feel desirable, innit? and they're all putting up their pictures and doing whatever it takes to get them little bit of
Right,
likes.
so then again, we go to the same thing that I said earlier on, and it is true. Satan is deceitful. They say they want to be desirable. What is this
They
thing
want to
with
feel
impressing?
desirable.
Yeah, but what is this thing with impressing? Why do they feel that they have to always impress? Where's the confidence as well?
But that's what
They should
didn't
just
they,
know
ain't that what they done in the times of Christ and that? Like Jesus, I know you're you believe in God and stuff and that. So if Jesus, he wore trendy stuff, didn't he?
Did he? Was he wearing Nikes and Gucci?
I ain't got a clue
I
what
don't
they
know.
was wearing back then. He probably was a
I don't know.
Gucci throwover or something.
Nah,
But
I don't think
what I'm
Gucci
trying to
was
say is
branded.
like same with the Egyptian gods. They wore loads of jewelry around their neck and big old bracelets and stuff like that. Same as in probably Jesus's days and that.
Yeah,
I think
the Egyptian gods were pagan, first of all. Let's not forget that, right?
Yeah,
they had nothing
I
to do
didn't
with
even know
Jesus.
that. I didn't even know that.
They had nothing to do with Jesus, so they would be rocking gold and all types of funny stuff. You know what I mean? But you know,
I think some of it's a
big up,
statement piece.
big up,
It's a statement piece as well.
Health and Wellness Group. Big up yourself. Yeah, I'm not reading that. You have a message, Melissa, going in there. But yeah, it's just something I wanted to talk about because I find that we live in a place where people want to impress people.
What do you lot think about that spaceship that they so-called sent to space to push the meteorite over a bit?
I watched the video that I done the other day.
What do you reckon about that?
Well, we see what's that film that they done it in? Was it called Armageddon or something?
They done loads.
Bruce Willis. Remember the film with Bruce Willis called Armageddon, and they land the shuttle on the meteor and blow it up before it hit. Is that what it was called, Moss?
Armageddon, isn't it?
Armageddon. Yeah, it's Armageddon.
Yeah.
So, you know, like we've always said, bro. You know, they put these things in the films first, their ideas, you know, and then they bring it to reality. To be honest with you, on that subject, yeah, we don't know what the hell they're doing up there, bro.
You see, in relation to what you said before, though, yeah, what you were talking about before, I think that people nowadays, you see, because of the internet, because of certain things, right, we don't interact the same, innit? Like, the way we interact now is we're disjointed, innit? Like, you see that back in the day, you had to make a phone call to someone on the house phone. Do you remember the house phone? And then it wasn't really real until I see you in person, because then we couldn't even talk long on the house phone because you're running up the bill. So I've got to come and see you in person now, bro. We got to interact in person. We actually got to go to the place and sit down and talk to people. But nowadays, you can just do everything on the computer. So it's just made that this new generation of people, they're disjointed, innit? They don't really know how to interact with each other.
Yeah,
but that's why they create these avatars. That's what the metaverse is. When you check the metaverse, that's what it's about, isn't it? Because you've got all these people on Facebook or whatever, all these platforms, and you can see a picture, but you can't really interact with the person like as if they was in the room. So when you bring out the avatar and you bring the metaverse, now I can interact with you like you're in the room and chat with you and go to the shop with you and do things with you and interact the way you would interact, in it. Because it's your interactions, isn't it? I don't know. It's fucked, bro. They're gonna live in the house. And that. Bro,
the point is like man's missing the point here, or man's just not listening to me, bro. Like, what I'm trying to say is from a godly standpoint or a godly view. Yeah, I'm talking to the people that claim that they're godly on Instagram, and they do these things. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about I'm talking about the way they. Why are they impressive? You know what I mean? There's a reason why I'm doing this video, you know, and this is for my godly people. What I'm doing because we have to understand. I keep saying it. We're in the last days, and I'm trying to help clean up certain people. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the whole point of this conversation.
But you see, the thing is, if they cut out the social media, they got to cut out everything: smoking, drinking, sex before marriage, no babies before marriage.
That's not, yeah, but that's not the subject that we're on. The subject on is what is the whole thing of impressing people.
I don't know.
It's worse. If what you do in your house, that's what you do in your house, but you're doing it as a. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's a different, right?
It's called vanity, bro.
Right.
It's like
So you're quite godly. You're quite godly, Shifa. Like, how do you feel about it? Like, our brothers and sisters out there that are trying to follow, like, God, is this the right way to go? Is this?
I don't think it's good to be too vain. I think if you love yourself enough, you don't need to put yourself out there like that.
Right, and being vain and putting yourself
already
out there like that means that you're basically putting yourself out there to people of the world. Is the point I'm trying to make. You're putting yourself out there to people of the world, which you should not be trying to impress anybody in the world, in the system.
Mm-hmm.
And guys in the chat, this mainly goes to, like I said before, people that say they believe in God. Okay, right. So this is, I like you said before, this is something that happens a lot, but it's deeper than what people really think it is. You understand what I'm saying? I got certain people that I know that are Christians and claim they love God, and they're doing this, and it kind of kills me. Yeah, it kills me because when I see it, it's like, wow, you just don't realize really what you're doing. If you really, really believe in God as much as you say you do.
They need to check themselves, man, and check who's around them too. Because if you feel like you got to go out and impress people like that, like,
you shouldn't be impressing anybody off this world. Nobody. You feel me? If you follow your Bible. Yeah, anyone want to take over? You can change up the subject.
Yeah, I got a quick.
I was actually gonna do like a separate video for that, but I said, Fridge, I'll just push it out in the show. Go on, Moss.
I got something I want to quickly cover on here, bro. There's a lad I know that's living local to me, and met him at the kids' school, innit? And basically, I got talking to him about what we're doing on here, and obviously me wanting to do my woodlands things and that sort of thing. So yeah, we got on talking, and basically he drops me off these veggie packs, all naturally grown stuff in it. So it comes from, let me just read through a couple of these things for you so I don't get it wrong. You can get sunflower microgreens. It's all micro plants. It's a new thing that's coming out. So you get sunflower microgreens, pea microgreens, amaranth microgreens, daikon radish microgreens, broccoli microgreens, heather grass, alpine, mother of thousands, aloe vera. And basically this lad has gone about it himself. He's got a proper decent website, and you can order them all yourself. You just click on it, which ones you want. You can even do a mix box, and they're all natural and local to me. So this is one of the mix boxes. Comes in like a nice little package like this. Inside it, I've got some of the what ones have I got here? I've got a list of them.
Shut up again. I'll put you on the big screen. Shut up again.
So this is the mix box. So in this mix box, yeah, I got amaranth. It's quite a delicate, nice looking microgreen.
Looks like saffron.
Yeah, it's similar, bro. You got pea microgreens, which is like this stringy stuff. The sunflower microgreens, which is these ones. So basically this whole box, yeah, you can literally, it's huge, mate, what you get in it. Like, check all this, man. Do you know what I'm saying? You can do like probably a week's worth of salads with this. Like, if you're into eating healthy and that, you can just add it to anything, mate. Or you could eat it raw like I do, innit? So the mix of south boxes, which I think's a good one, so you can find out what one you want first. It's only £5, you know what I mean, with free shipping.
Health and wellness said high in protein.
Yeah, literally, mate. I've got like iron deficiency and stuff like that. That's why my skin's so white, and I struggle to get oil in my skin. And I've been having these, bro, and it's bringing colour to me. It's making me feel energetic, as you know, P. Life's been a bit tricky at the minute, but eating this type of thing, mate's really helping me out. And
yeah, man's turning light skin right now. I hear you.
Nah, I ain't trying to sell it, innit? It speaks for itself, man.
So where can we get hold of this, though?
If you go on to pureimpactgreens.com.
If I put the link in the description, they can grab it from there.
And it's cheap,
all right,
man.
guys.
Proper cheap, mate.
If you want to check that out, guys, I'll put the link in the description. Maybe after the show, yeah. And then
yeah. It's all grown, in the hills of South Wales, in like the valley. So
that's fresh water, yeah. Because I've seen some of your videos as well when you're out in the outlands and that building and that. I think that's sick, bro.
Yeah, I want to get onto that, mate. Got a few things to clear up next couple of weeks, and then that's my plan, mate. I'm buying some extra gear. I had quite a lot of it took off me, confiscated. So I've got to resupply, and then I'm going to go out and do like a week, mate. But I want to do a live thing in it, like every night.
Yeah,
just do live videos of it. See what people think about it, bro. And then it might be something I do regular, then, innit?
Yeah, no. The way Dion said that was funny, though. You know, I'm sorry.
What's that?
When you said the Outlands, I'm gonna have to start calling you Outlander now, almost.
You see what it is, yeah? When I'm up in Cunch, it's like when I'm up in Cunch, it looks like where he is. Like it's Outlands.
Yeah,
there's no one out there, and there's
that. That's it, mate. I might turn that as the channel's name, innit? Outlands.
Yeah, go for it, bro. 100, man. Because next year, I'm planning on turning a workshop into like a living space. So obviously, I'm going to be shouting you for a few tips because you got the building mind behind you.
Yeah, man. No, definitely, mate.
That's going to be a sick project. Obviously, I'm going to document it. So it's probably going to take, I don't know how long it's going to take. I'll give it 6 months to a year. I don't know. It's when I got time to be back and forth doing it. You know what I mean?
Well, ask P for my Facebook account, bro. We'll talk through that, innit?
Yeah, 100%, man.
No, I can help you out with all that, mate.
Yeah. I've got door carpenters and stuff like that, but a few of them things what I'm seeing you do on your stuff with all the outside stuff, that's what one of my bros does, and that's sick.
Yeah, man. Blessings, bro.
No, it's no problem, man.
Yeah. I find it peaceful, mate. Like, you know what I mean? I've recently been diagnosed with PTSD, bro, complex PTSD. So I figured like being outdoors, mate, helps it, innit? You know what I mean?
I hear you on that. The same when I'm down the other side and that, and I'm out back and that. You find old huts in the what you call it, the forest and that. What brick ones? I don't know if they're for when people used to do shooting birds or whatever, but I found a few of those though.
Yeah, they're probably.
You better mind some of them ain't used for witchcraft, Brian.
No, I've got.
Yeah, you know them things are out there though, innit? Not to switch the subject, but
some of these ones that I found on the journeys and that, it's like they're covered in all leaves and all that, but now you know they're fully unused. Like a Ryby in a carton that I'll leave, they will be there.
That's probably why, because someone pulled out the Ouija board in it. They was doing things there. And they said, "Fuck this, man." Sorry,
if we got God, bro, it's blessed, mate. God will protect us, innit?
Yeah, no, it's true. I don't believe in that stuff, so I don't believe it can come to me, innit?
No,
I say that
magic and that. I used to believe in that shit, but
the
more you believe in
you don't believe in witchcraft. You don't believe in evil spirits.
Nah, not no more, bro.
Well, what made you stop believing in it?
I don't know. I think how can I put it? When I fought my demons, I pushed everything else out. So I don't believe that all of those spirits are roaming the earth or however.
But you just said that you fought a demon.
Yeah, my demons. Yeah.
I was gonna ask what demon you fought.
No, one of my demons. Yeah.
What's your demon's names?
Well, I don't even want to go into names, bro.
Right.
No, I get what you're saying, mate.
You know what I mean?
I get you.
Some of us have these demons. You get fed up of seeing them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hear you, but it depends on how you're just It depends on how you
They're
perceive a
talking about
demon.
the inner me, fam. Inner me, bro. The inner me. Who's in the back there? Mr. King Cole. Long time no see.
Yes.
Men
Big
like King
up
Gold, you know.
Respect.
What's going on, brother?
man
That's
like
proper.
Big up
Shipper.
yourself.
Oh
Yeah,
shit,
what's
Shipper.
going on, man? You good?
Shipper's back.
What's that? Yeah, man. He's been there.
What's enemies? What's that be?
You know, a lot of people they're fighting the demons, but really they're fighting the inner them, like the enemies,
The inner
the
self.
enemy.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
I get you.
enemy.
Yeah, I was thinking it was something like that.
Yeah, man. And what do you guys think of everyone making up noise about Boris having a party during COVID?
About what?
Boris
Leave
having
him
a
to it,
party during the lockdown. You ain't heard about it?
Boris
Nah.
Johnson.
Yeah, everyone's getting mad about it. Yeah, like, the party after the first lockdown that we went through.
The guy's funny, mate.
Yeah, man's having parties, bro. He's the
Hey,
present
why is
prime
there two
minister.
King
innit?
Golds? Why is there two King Golds backstage? Huh?
I don't even know.
I don't know. He's probably on
Oh,
his
one of them's
switching
gone.
to
One
his
of them's
laptop
gone.
or something.
Yeah, one of them's gone.
Yeah. Boris's party probably was live though.
Yeah, that's me, man. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
clear.
Yeah. Respect, guys. Respect, man. It's good to see you back, man. It's good to see you back.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
We've been back
you've
for a
always
minute.
been here.
We've been back for a minute, but we just don't do
Mhm.
regular lives, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is, really. We just don't do regular lives, man. But hey,
We're
yo,
gonna
King Gold,
start
did you
doing
hear
it for
about
today.
this? Yeah, from
What's
today
that,
we're
Eugene?
gonna do it, man. Did
What's
you hear
that,
about
bro?
that Boris thing? Everyone's
The
going
Boris
crazy
thing?
about this. Yeah, tell me about it, man. What's
I haven't really. You know what? It's funny enough that you should say that because I've been thinking the Parliament came back to life and it PM questions came up on the 8th, which is I think yesterday.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I know they've been probably talking a whole heap of nonsense. So you can have to update me, bro. I don't really
No, that was
know.
basically saying that Boris had a party during the first lockdown, but it's really strange to me why they're bringing that out now, because that was like a year ago. You know what I
So
mean?
he's
So
trying
what's the
to
intent?
I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that. He's trying to sort of impose himself and laws and legislation.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is, we know about that. Yeah, he did reimpose some more rules. Talked about mandatory passports and all that. We're talking about he must have had a party, innit? He had like a party at 10 Downing Street. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see that.
After the first lockdown, but it's really strange to me why there must be some type of agenda to this to be bringing it out now.
They wanted to keep him in power until when they get this corona thing on lock. They probably didn't want to kick him just out just yet. Because think a few of his team members messed up traveling, going here, there, the other one kissing and touching a girl. I think they didn't want no more shame on them.
So it's like a hypocrisy sort of thing, isn't it?
Pretty much.
In that case. It's a little bit of a hypocritical stance when you're saying that social distancing, all the rest of it, and then you're having a party in Downing Street. I think that was the main difference.
But my thing is with that, there's always something behind the scenes. That's not even big news, man. So what, man? Look how much people had parties. You know what I mean? It's like, you think that's the only party that he had? People really think that's the only party that he had? No way.
Chance.
Yeah,
no chance.
No way. Right?
Hold on. Does he have to live in the 10 Downing, or can he go and live somewhere else?
Well, unless he's a whole captive there.
He's got his own yard, innit?
Oh, he's got a separate yard as well.
Where his family and that
I
live.
don't know. Them man probably live underground, bro. Who knows where them man live? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear say there's mad tunnels running through the UK, through London and all that, man.
Bro, they'll have
tunnels
exits,
and underground
hospitals, all sorts of things, mate.
Yeah.
Heck, they could probably get to Wales, mate, from that place.
Probably, because I hear people live in hospitals and that. They're guardians, house guardians, and they live in the hospital and all that in their rooms.
Well, near me, bro, there's a tunnel. Yeah, it's like 75 kilometers, mate. It's only got 3 entries. Yeah, I want to document that. I found another entry to it, so I found 3 entries to it so far.
Have you got something to like drive through it, or like a quad bike or something?
Nah, you have to like crawl in and that, bro, to get into the.
What?
It's like air shafts I've found in it, and then it goes into a bigger thing that's scary, mate. You know what I mean?
Don't go in there, Moss. Nah, you ain't gonna come out the same. When you come out there,
What's
you
on his
can
Indiana
see shit.
Jones tactics? What? You might bring something out with you.
Mate,
You know what I
who
mean?
knows? Maybe that's what's been going wrong, mate.
So
Boys, get off
where's that in Wales now?
Yeah, mate.
Where's that in Wales?
Yeah.
Well, you one of the men that do the crawling stuff and you go underneath the hole. You do that, yeah?
Yeah,
You're a
caving.
madman.
Yeah, mate.
What do you find anything in them caves?
Weird animals, mate, and plants. And,
Weird animals.
What, like
weird
creatures
animals.
you ain't seen before, or
yeah.
that's what native to this country? You mean?
Like creatures without
What
eyes.
type of
mate.
weird animals? What type of weird animals you see in there, man?
Like flat-faced lizard things, mate, like this. That's got no eyes at all.
You know what that is? That's because that's lived in that tunnel all its life, and as the years have gone on, they've pretty much have no use for their eyes because it's black.
And there's
you're going too close to the Earth's core.
There's like these yellow fungi things in there, mate, and you can actually see them without the light in it, but they don't glow. But like when you get close enough, you can see them. It's weird, mate.
You better mind they're not parasites, bro.
Yeah.
You better mind they're not parasites. Don't play with them parasites.
Yeah, don't go in there again, bro.
They got national science geography signs in there saying you can't disturb anything you see
inside of the tunnel. So someone's crawled in there and drilled that into the side of the wall.
Something like that, mate. Or they go down and experiment with things and all that stuff in it to see how it grows underground and But you hear noises, You hear noises, bro. And when you get to the area that you think you've heard a noise, it's not there, mate. And then you'll hear it from a different direction, and you get lost, mate. So
wait, hold on. Are you in there with a torch?
Yeah, my phone torch in it.
And you just keep going straight.
Now what I'll do,
What is in there with his phone torch and 20% battery power?
Or when you call me, bro, it goes dead.
Yeah, you're a madman.
Yeah, so what happens when you're
know that you're going down?
You just work in reverse, innit? Like if you got that brain where you can, I got a photographic memory in that, innit? So when say if I turn right, I take 2 rights and then a left. I know on the way back I got to take 2 lefts and a right to get back. It just reverses.
Is that how you do it, bro? You don't even get the string thing or nothing. You just do it like that.
Nah.
So what? Hold on. So this ain't a straight tunnel. This is a tunnel that's busting left, busting right.
Yeah.
Doing a little loop, going up and down.
Loads of different alleys and stuff in it.
Bro, just be careful in there. Let someone know.
I think at first you must have been a bit worried, though, no? About.
First couple of times I've been in them, it is like, especially if it's been raining, innit? You hear water trickling. You're like, oh, is it going to flood in a minute? Because
is that what you say to yourself? Oh,
yeah. I better get out of here, mate. You know what I mean?
So it's like the mines, isn't it? It's like when I see people, especially people abroad, climbing up these trees. To them, it's normal, isn't it? But to us, it's like, nah. To you watching, it's like, nah, that guy's crazy for a coconut, like for for a banana. Yeah. So
you must be paranoid because when I'm in the forest on my own, I'm forever looking behind me.
Nah, don't bother me, mate.
Yeah.
If what my thing is, if you're gonna die in it. Just enjoy life, mate.
Oh my God.
You say enjoy that last moment, yeah?
Yeah.
Come on.
Be prepared, mate. Be prepared, innit? If someone comes on you, bro, and it's in the woods, it's you and them, innit? So
yeah, no, when I go to woods, I normally got a machete with me anyway. Because where I go, there ain't much people there, so I ain't got to worry about police. Plus, I'm not carrying it for that kind of purpose.
No, exactly.
It's just to chop trees in it. It's got its own. It's an army one, isn't it? So
yeah. What I will say, bro, to defend yourself, like I'm having to, can't speak too much, or get photographic photos of what you're doing when you're out with these tools.
Yeah, I do that.
If you get stopped, mate.
No, I always do that. You see that, yeah? Everyone, I hope everyone that's listening to that heard that, because it's true. When you go and do certain things, have a purpose for having them. Have that already in your head. Even have a photo, like you just said.
Trust me.
Yeah,
because you don't want to be in the forest and a farmer see you, call police, and then you got armed police come in your direction and you don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Right, trying to throw stuff and they find it. You know
Yeah.
Yeah. But
you know what? Since we're on the talk of armed police and whatnot,
Fuck
Let me
'em.
ask the people this, yeah? Let me ask the people this. If we was to go to war tomorrow, how many people would be ready? And what I mean by ready is not ready to go to war to fight, but ready to look after your families, ready to have enough stock to feed your family. How many people? You know?
I'm ready.
Because you know what, these are the things that we don't think about too. Some people don't think about. And back to what I was saying earlier on about people showing off to people and stuff, you know, buying certain things and whatnot. What if we was to go to war tomorrow? Would you have enough money to feed your kids?
Yeah.
Right,
certain
mate.
imports in war, we all know. We get imported a lot. Certain imports, certain stocks it's all gonna change. You know what I mean? It's gonna be
Oh, you're
rationed.
talking in that sense.
You know what I mean?
But
No, I'm talking real war shit.
look at the
Must.
panic, bro. Sorry to cut you off.
Now go on.
Look at that panic. Look at the panic, mate, with the fuel. You know what I mean? We didn't run out of fuel.
That's what I'm saying.
Literally,
That's what
we
I'm
didn't
saying.
run out of fuel, mate. If you went down to Dover, you seen them all piled up there, mate. It was all just a publicity stunt.
Right. I've been telling people on the channel, and you've obviously heard it from other people on the internet, that we should be stocking up food and water. We've been saying this.
Yeah.
Not
only that, yeah. Get seeds, mate. Get your seeds in it for like vegetables.
All of that.
Yeah, because it's always going to rain. It's not going to not rain.
But more important though, must food. Stock up the food, mate, because you don't know what the situation is going to be for everybody if it pops off. And there's reasons why I'm bringing this up. There's some serious things going down right now. There's some serious things going down right now, and everyone's just out there going headphone party.
Yeah,
that looks
eating
weird.
Eating at the restaurants, them. Yeah, after everything we just went through with this situation, everyone's out. Now, don't get it wrong. I'm not trying to say that the world's got to stop with what we went through. No, people are gonna have fun, and I also understand that we could go into a lockdown anytime again. So I can understand people. You know what I'm saying? I can understand people wanting to go out every week. Yeah, I get no. Because we could go into lockdown anytime. So
that's what this whole.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Because we gave them that power to be able to do that. You see?
Yeah.
Us humans, civilians of London and all over the world, we gave them that power to be able to just say, you know what, you're in lockdown. We gave them that power. So
I'll be back in a minute, yeah, bro, and I've got a few little things to talk about that outdoor thing, but I'll be back in 1 minute.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
Now, let me just show you guys a little video. I'll put it in 2 parts, so I was able to fit it on there, right? But I want to show you that there's serious things going on, and what you have to understand is that us as people in UK, we get pulled into this without even having a say. Check this out, yeah.
That could take us to war if we don't make the correct move here.
There will be a high price to pay for Russia if they once again use force against the independent sovereign nation, Ukraine.
And any renewed aggression would trigger serious consequences.
The UK is very clear. Any military incursion by Russia into Ukraine would be a strategic mistake. The Russian government should expect significant strategic consequences. The costs of an incursion would be catastrophically high. very clear. We stand by Ukraine, and we are considering an extension of purely defensive support to Ukraine to help Ukraine defend itself. Putin needs to de-escalate now and return to diplomatic channels.
It's important at moments such as these that we can send a united message from all sides of this House that the UK is resolute in our support for the sovereignty, the independence and the territorial integrity of Ukraine. The Ukrainians want a democratic future. They want to choose their own path and their own political destiny. It's essential.
For they are the spirits of devils, working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of God Almighty.
Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame.
And he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon.
For the West, Russia's buildup of troops along the border is an escalation.
We were aware of Russia's actions for a long time, and my expectation is we're going to have a long discussion. I don't accept anybody's red line.
Russia says it's the U.S. and NATO that are responsible for any tensions. The threat on our western border is really growing. See how close NATO military infrastructure has moved to Russia's borders. This is more than serious for us.
The U.S. military flew a record number of spy planes over the South China Sea in November, a Chinese think tank says, as tensions between the world's two largest economies simmer. The U.S. also expanded its flight range last month by sending a patrol aircraft over the Taiwan Strait that came within about 16 nautical miles of China's territorial waters, the think tank reported. It did not say what the previous distance was. Planes from the People's Liberation Army regularly fly near Taiwan, which China considers a renegade province, to be reunified by force if necessary. Last week, China sent 27 fighter jets into Taiwan's Southwest Air Defense Identification Zone, after a U.S. lawmaker defied a Chinese demand that she abandon a trip to the island.
And when you...
Okay, people. Now, I hope you don't realize the point of me sharing that video. The whole point of me sharing this video is to show people them that I know we've got things going on around us. We've got family situations. We have to understand these people are making moves. They're making moves, man. And I don't really know how to put it, you know. But it's really strange how the government themselves put out records and statements saying, you lot better pack your food and water. You understand what I'm saying to you? This is what they do, you see. They told you you should do that. So when it comes down to it, they can't complain.
Yeah, they've already eased your mind into it.
Yeah. And it's all on government websites. You understand what I'm saying? Anyone else want to chime in on what they just see?
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, that's sounding crazy, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even know about all of this war thing with Russia going on, but it is what it is, isn't it? Like, who knows, man? Who knows what that's gonna escalate into?
But this is the thing about us. The problem with civilians, bro, is that we're too into what's going. It's a bigger world out there, man. You know what I mean? Because you might think, all right, you might go and talk to someone about it and say, yo, I've been watching this stuff, you know, and what? The first thing they're gonna tell you, it's negative. Oh, it's negative. But what if it? You see the problem with us, people our age and a little bit older, we never lived through the World War and World War I and World War II.
Yeah, true.
So to certain people, it's like a myth that we could go into war.
Exactly.
King Gold.
Can I just go on, brother? Sorry, was you making a point, brother? I wanted to quickly say with that before I forget, bro. With like you've got military camps for COVID in America, Don't forget,
Right.
I see America. I don't forget that America's just an extension. They're trying to be what England are, and I would actually go as far as to say they're controlled directly by England. So they, in their mind, they thought building military camps was appropriate for COVID, when that makes no sense. They'd be building hospitals, more sort of outreach, places where you can actually. So that was one questionable thing, and this next thing as well with Russia, it's always been questionable. When they were flying in our airspace, with no warning. They've been doing it for a long time with warheads and shit. But I personally, I believe. I mean, you make your own minds up. I don't believe Russia would ever turn against his white brethren at the end of the day. So I think it's a proxy. My personal opinion. But that's just my little personal opinion.
Okay. Yeah,
Because I think
know,
there's too much to lose. There's too much to the West have got a stronghold on all the countries that are producing natural resources. Now, if Russia and America go at war, what are you fighting each other for? They'd be fighting. They would possibly want to be. They're not. There's nothing like Russia's got their own gas, natural deposits of gas and oil. I think a little bit of oil. They may have bought some oil, but they have natural reserves of wealthy minerals. And so what's the benefit of them trying to rattle the cage with a superpower? It makes no sense, bro. No matter how much this guy wrestles with bears, you can't convince me that they're dumb enough to want to risk all their natural resources, all their power in the world, just to piss off America and England. Makes no sense. But that's my view on it. If anybody else wants to add to that, but I know one thing I do know is that they're definitely hostile. They're Russians to English or maybe mixed race or black, but I know they're hostile. They're hostile. So yeah, they're definitely dangerous.
Yeah.
But to who? To who? I don't think England and America. That's for sure.
In time will come. What's that?
Sorry, family. If I sometimes I go on a monologue and I went from here to right to left. But if anybody could make sense of that and sort of pick out what you need to on your thoughts of America, them building camps of COVID, and if Russia really the enemy. That's basically what it boils down to.
Go on, Chef.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not really a big fan of politics. I think that, who knows, man, it could all be just a game. It could just be to do with population control. Who knows? Maybe they just want a war so they can get rid of some people. Maybe that the same people have been funding the war on both sides for years, generations, and they ain't never gonna change. But they just gotta find different ways of playing the game. Who knows, man? I want to start pointing fingers on nothing.
Hey, I was reading on the internet
London too.
that can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading on the internet. I'll get some evidence to this and we'll probably make a video about it. But they were saying that there's actually an incline in accumulation population. So where the society is made to believe that, we're overcrowded, blah, 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 we're actually undercrowded. Hence why the benefit system's still ongoing. I don't know if anybody knows the benefit system, like job seekers and that type of thing, and housing benefit. That was all created after World War II, and I think it was World War II, on the mass that we lost as a civilization and a race. So they had to give us a benefit so we could sit at home and breed, basically, to re-strengthen our population. According to COVID, we've lost even more people now, but they're still trying to claim that we're overpopulated. So
how many did we lose to COVID?
Oh, mate, the numbers are even. I can't even think about the numbers, mate.
Yeah.
So they say, you know what I mean? We've probably lost, apparent to COVID scores, and it's probably about 7-8% of death in Britain, in like United Kingdom. So like Wales, Scotland, England, Ireland. And that's quite something that you'd notice, really. You'd be noticing at least down your street, at least somebody's dead. Do you know what I mean? From it.
Yeah, I haven't known it through this whole thing. I don't know a single person that's passed from it. I know a few people that said they've got it, but then at the same time, we don't actually have our own labs to test it to see if you've actually got it.
I've also got a friend that's had a double jabs and a booster, and she's literally been out for about 2 weeks, mate. Totally wrecked from COVID. Tested positive.
Hey, what are you not talking about, bro? Are you mad?
Doing medicine. Talking about medicines and that.
But don't talk about them things on there like that, bro.
Ain't no one else saying the name.
Yeah, I forgot, bro. Monetization, innit?
Come on, man. Get it together, lads. Get it together, mate.
It's very sad we can't speak about it. That's why I'm not saying anything. But I think there's key words in it. There's certain words you can't say. And
Yeah.
Well, Moss, is your people okay though? Yeah.
Yeah, they're blessed, bro.
Wait, listen? Can I? Sorry. Just on that note, because I know there's certain keywords you can't say, but can we talk? Can I go as far as to say, wouldn't it be interesting to get the numbers on the people that actually went to the hospital and died when they went, or the ones that stayed home?
No, man. Talk about something else. Talk about something else. Talk about something else. Talk about something else.
Oh, is it?
If you're going,
change the subject. Change the subject.
Right, yeah.
If you're looking,
I went away for 10 minutes, yeah, and I'm coming back. I went away for 5 minutes, and I'm coming back to that. He's not mad,
me, bro.
No,
we'll bro, man. Are you not regulating
what we said?
If you
what?
I didn't start it. I didn't start it, man. I'm sorry. I'm not blaming no one. I didn't start it. I didn't. Anyway,
well, I didn't get this. Yeah, I've been actually going to find places for survival camps and stuff. Yeah. And I got spooked, mate. I logged in on my I didn't log in. I checked my emails on Gmail, and I didn't know this, yeah, because I ain't set it up on my phone. But when I've gone on it, it said follow your pattern or something. It was, so I clicked on it, and literally every single bit that I've been at, yeah, is all pinpointed, navigated. Any pictures that I've taken, they've got pictures of that area. So my suggestion to people, if you go out, even like I have all my things turned off to the max, so people can't try and track me or anything like that when I'm out. And they're still tracking me, mate. So leave your phone in the car, innit? Because your little spot ain't going to be your safe little spot when things hit the fan. Do you know what I mean?
So who's up for getting a chip, though? Who's up for getting a chip in the hand?
Oh, God. I think there's a chip in everything else that you carry on you but your hand.
Exactly. Yeah. But there's some special chips that were made that go into your wrist and all that.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Who are they giving them to? Newborns and that?
No, what? No, I hope not. Wow.
Because you can't force that in adults. You got to willingly get that done unless it's.
It's a thing that but there's people out there that's actually gone and got them. It's mad. But you know,
people will as well, because it's a whole new thing. They'll be like, oh yeah, this is cool. I'm one of the first people to be able to buy my shopping with my wrist. You know what I mean? And
that's how they might get the youth. So they might bring out something for the Xbox.
Yeah, gaming.
Yeah. The gaming, they're killing the youths. It's mine with the gaming, man.
Yeah. They're gonna want that for Christmas, you know. So
the only thing about most of the kids gaming now is free.
Yeah.
You just gotta pay for the stuff within the game.
Which means you're the product, innit? If you're getting something for free.
Yeah, products, man. Products.
Talking about gaming and stuff and online, someone speaking about metaverse earlier on and how decentralized spaces online selling, like you can basically purchase them and sell them and put your virtual reality visors on. Have you had anybody? Yeah. What do you think about that? As a way forward, or is it?
I was talking about that earlier. Still, I think that's a mad thing.
It's positive, personally.
I think it's a madness. Like the only reason I say that. Say that again.
You sound zoned, boy. You say you good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just relaxed. I'm listening to you. I was listening to you for a second still, and I was just kind of catching the wind of the conversation. I remember saying something about the metaverse thing, But I think it's one of them things where, like I said, you know, we're becoming more and more disjointed until we're not going to interact with each other no more. You just see me on the metaverse, cuz. I'm trying to say, holler at me in the flipping verse, innit? I see you at the
You think
flipping.
it is? You think it's keeping up with times why people do it?
Huh?
Do you think people are keeping up with times why they do all of this?
No, I think that the government, they're playing games because they're leading up to something. And you ever seen them films, yeah? Like there's a film, I can't remember what it's called, yeah. I think it might have Bruce Willis or someone. Like, but it's just got the people, like, you got a person who looks like you, it's a robot, and it goes to work for you. It does everything you're supposed to do, and you're just sat in your yard, innit? That's the metaverse, kids. You know what I'm trying to say? But what we're getting now, we're just getting the web-free version of the metaverse. You understand? So it's just online now, but soon they're gonna have the robot, they're gonna have the car that drives itself, all of that stuff.
I saw
You
on
understand?
Instagram
You
in
just
China,
control the robot.
robots chopping up like onions, peppers, and all that stuff in China.
So I'm trying to say, fam.
Serious?
He's gonna control the robots, cause
the way the thing was cutting it, the thing had arms and everything. Yeah? Obviously, his body just stayed still, but it was cutting them thin.
Like cutting it like Ramsey.
You know what the problem with family? Do you know what the problem is with that though? Yeah, I've been meditating on this for quite a while. The problem is that if you don't go and see that person, we're pride people. We're proud. There's certain things you can't speak on online, so that's why we'll never always just stay online, because there's certain things you can't say online, so you have to go and meet people. But the problem with it is you're gonna end up like like being less engaged to the point where you need to go and speak to someone about something, and you're like, okay, you sort of put it off, or you'll say something a roundabout way, and it's like we're so proud. This is the main point: is we're so proud of people that someone's going to tell you that that I'm in a bad way, I can't get up, or I can't get my pill or my medicine, or something. Some people are so proud that they won't say that, so they're just, that's the problem. Next minute you'll be going up to the thing and your nan's died because she couldn't get, her food, and it was just over the side and she couldn't cook it for 2 nights or something. But if you just see your mum as opposed to talk to her, you'd have seen that she was in a bad way. She's looking, all then malnourished.
You have a better understanding.
That's the big.
I know what you mean, 100%, man.
Yeah.
Because through the phone calls and that, so I can say I'm fine on the phone, but when you come and be around me, be in my presence, you wouldn't know no different.
Because a lot of people are proud, innit? People are proud, bro.
It's because it's the proud side of it, yeah, and the pride. It's like, for instance, your mumsy could ring you, how's everything? You say, no, yeah, everything's nice, But if she's surprised turn up, you might be in the house all fucked up, going through all shit and all that. Your house is a tip, but it's the pride basis, isn't it?
And I'm telling you,
especially men.
We're definitely like that. We're all like that.
Yeah, but especially men, they need to learn to sometimes just let a piece of their emotions out, because bottling things up for too long can do you more damage than good. Sometimes.
So maybe it might be more expressive over the airwaves.
No, not on the airwaves though.
Yeah, I know. It's me. That's what I'm saying. It's the dangerous road, bro. It's a dangerous thing. So even me, I've had to like.
Emotions can be dangerous though, because I think in a sense, like, don't get me wrong, like everyone's got emotions in it, but I think
emotions can get you killed.
We have to be able to distinguish the difference between our feelings, emotions, and facts and reality. That's where I'm at with it, like. And I think that's a major problem in today's day and age, because a lot of people can't separate their feelings and emotions from facts and reality. A lot of people
because they don't know the difference of it. That's why.
It depends on the user. It's like, for instance, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think about it like this. Imagine we're playing a game of Grand Theft Auto, yeah. Now, when I got the pad in my hand, it's about doing missions, innit? That's what makes the game functional. That's what makes you like level up. That's how you're getting to where you want to be in the game, innit? Now, for another guy, he just gets that pad in his hand. He just wants to run people over and run from the police and get 5 stars. That's how he feels like he's achieving something. You know what I'm trying to say? So I think it's about the user. You know, depends on the end product. Right.
Personal control. We're all in control of our own.
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. But that don't mean that he's wrong for doing what he was doing, because that might make him really good at the game at just doing that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Whereas I might be really good at the game just doing the missions and know where all the little things are, know where to find places to hide or whatever.
I know what you mean, because I grew up as a gamer, so I know both sides of the gaming world. And exactly what you said, there's two types of people when it comes to these things: the ones that want to level up, or the ones that just want to cause havoc and remain in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The world's bigger than all of us, so I say for some people, just give a shot at the new world, not the new world order, but the new world. You know what I mean? See what's out there, bro.
Get out.
We got to see what's
mate.
going on.
There's no point
That's
just
why
being
knowledge-
stuck
that's why
in the
knowledge
end
is
of
the
your life.
key.
What's that?
That's why knowledge is the key, man.
Of course, man. I see that. That's in your logo, no?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's true.
Without knowledge, what do you know? You don't know nothing without knowledge. What do you know? Nothing.
That's true, but you don't know nothing, yeah. I'll say in this kind of world, where if you're, what's those people that's in the jungle? What do you call them people? They're not with. What's the name of it, man?
What?
I can't even remember now.
What, the jungle people?
Yeah, you know jungle people that don't see no humans. They know they know a lot of things. They know when it's gonna rain.
The Aborigine type.
When you say they don't see no humans, you mean they don't see no like westernized kind of people?
Yeah, society. Sorry, that's the they're not society.
Man saying it like they're aliens.
No, but if you're in the bush, yeah, and you ain't been in contact with that's the word I was looking for. Civilization. You know what I'm trying to say.
Civilization.
Yeah, if you've not been in contact with that, you still know certain things.
They're living in a bush.
We're the aliens to them, mate. You know
No, but that's what I'm saying. So to them, aliens are probably normal to them because that's what they've been seeing the whole time. Because they're not polluted like we are.
Yeah,
I hear you.
If
They
it's
might
not
not be just living in the bush, man.
What did you say? The aliens? Say that again. Bia. No, say that again. Come again. You can't just skip through that like I did. What did you say?
I can't remember what I said.
No, you say it's like about a tribe that haven't seen other people or other.
No, you said the aliens. So they're like aliens. So the aliens would be scared. Now, hold on. You said
I didn't say
how
that.
did aliens?
We're the aliens.
How did the aliens come into it? Hold on.
Because this society that we know is alienated compared to their
Don't know.
society.
Don't know.
Their society's standard. You hunt for your food, you build your shelters, you eat, you spend time with your family, you bury your dead, you worship your dead.
You must have fit right into them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said don't know much. Because you was talking about knowledge, but the only knowledge we have in this society world is through what we see and hear. But them, they learn to know about. They can smell the rain. They can tell by different all them plants that Moss had in their bag there. They will know all of that stuff.
Yeah.
They're probably on mushrooms, man. They're probably on that DMT.
Probably. Probably chewing bark off the tree too.
Yeah. And there's probably nothing to them. Hey, drug, what do you mean?
Chewing bark? No, you're violated.
Nah, seriously, P. Yeah, if you have a headache, if you've got a headache, get silver birch, boil the silver birch, and drink the water from it. Cure your headache, mate.
Yeah,
hey, Mossy, you wasn't playing when you said that you tried everything in the forest in the last show. You wasn't playing.
Nah, bro, I nearly died, mate, one time.
You're just walking around biting trees, Moss.
Nah. I told gang not to do that, man. When we was out, I said, nah, don't do that. Don't touch no fruit out no trees.
Nah, but
yeah, well, he learned the hard way, man. He poisoned himself, innit?
But you live by mistakes, innit?
That's it.
Yeah.
But
I'd
encourage people to just see if you've got an anxiety for something. Like, say UP, like you want to build a house, innit? Like you could buy, bro. You could fill your boot up with some bricks, innit?
I want to build a house on my own, like myself.
Say, bro, you go to a DIY shop.
The proud black man.
Buy yourself, 50 bricks, bro. You could get them like £1.30 a piece.
Yeah.
Or for like £70, you could get that, Get a bag of cement, a bag of sand. Build yourself in your back garden or on your driveway, don't matter where, just put a plastic sheet down, yeah, and build yourself a miniature house in it out of bricks. Once you've done, it don't matter what
But
size.
you can't do things like that. You can't, Buster. You can't do things like that where I live, bro. You can't do them things.
Bro, you can make one like.
You can't just build
like.
Bro, you can't
on
even.
a smaller scale to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
You got up for permission to even build a flipping certain size shed in your garden because neighbors might complain about that shit. You don't know about that?
Yeah, but if you put it on a sheet, yeah, it's takeable. You can take it away, innit? It's not solid to the ground, innit?
You can take it where?
You break it down, bro, and get rid of it. I don't
mean
like
build a little miniature house.
Yeah, not something you can fit in. Just learn, yeah, how to build a corner. So you have one brick here, yeah, another brick, then a half a brick over that brick.
You think I don't know how to build bricks? Are you serious? You know how old I am?
Well, can you make bricks?
Yeah.
But we don't have to put. But we all know that you put a brick like that and put a brick like that, and
no, but make the brick. You can make a brick wall, but the brick itself to put all the things together. You know, like
yeah. I've seen it on the tribal programs. My kids made bricks, man.
On YouTube. What's tribal?
Yeah, and they build bricks to make the house, innit? You know them little houses that's made out of shit and all that.
Yeah.
Because you're saying buying bricks, innit? They cost about £2 something each.
About $1.30 a piece.
Yeah. You can buy.
No one's building no mini house outside my front garden.
But it'll teach you how to build a house, though. A bigger house.
Nah, I'm alright.
You see them
skills into practice, innit?
I just wait till I get my land and I'll do it. So.
Yeah.
And I can practice as much as I want because it's my land.
Call for maths, innit?
That's the main thing.
This guy's trying to make me build a house outside my driveway. What
Park your car in it, bro.
I was going to say, on that, you see these guys going and building like swimming pools, out of like a sort of like a little lake out in the Amazon, right? And they show you
I've seen that.
Hour. Have you seen that? That's wicked, man. I like, you know, when they go to like the snow as well, and they build like themselves a little igloo and shit. Like all of that. That's like you're gonna have to do that on your land. You can build all these lovely things, but that's not your land. Yeah, you need some land. But I definitely like to do that myself, though. I've had a dream about that, you know, like building.
Yeah, definitely. I feel that every man should know how to build a house at some point in your life. You know what I mean? That's it, man.
Like they did in the old days, man. They used to build their own stuff. We didn't rely on no one back in the old days. We did it ourselves.
We cut a tree down and build what we wanted, didn't it? Until the council would move us on.
We didn't have no internet neither. You have to do it from knowledge and what's been passed down to you.
Yeah.
But I think all that, what's that passed down? There's a word for passing stuff down. Most of that's gone out the window.
Heritage.
Like YouTube. Heritage, that's it.
Yeah.
Nowadays you got YouTube, innit? That's the heritage for everything.
Yeah.
You can teach you how to make the best food, the worst food, how to build, how to demolish.
Yeah, no, it's good. I think it's good, to be honest. You know,
I'm going to
even certain times when I got to do something, I'll check YouTube.
Do you know a lot of these architects, brother? Oh, go on. Go on. I was going to say these architects, you can build yourself small little thingies, in it, small micro-sized plans, and they look sick as well. They look
out of matchsticks and lollipop sticks and stuff like that, innit?
Yeah,
I think a lot of architects do that. A lot of architects do that anyway, innit? They sort of pre-plan it that way, but with cardboard or something.
Has any of you ever tried the matchstick way?
Yeah, I did it for years, mate.
Yeah, I tried it in when I was locked up and that, and bro, that was hard.
Yeah, you can make jewelry boxes, innit?
Yeah. The only thing I made was a Rastafarian flag, a cross, and like I rebuilt the thing around a matchbox. I had my own little custom matchbox and all them thing there. But some of the cells I used to walk past, if you saw the art that they had in there, from just building cars and little swing things with you know, the paper clips, you steal them from education, innit? Bring them to the wing so you have a little swing and all that fuckeries.
Bro, how long were they doing, bro?
Well, they was on the ground floor. So those ones on the ground floor was in there for pretty much for years.
Did you used to have baths in jail?
Bath?
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know anyone that's had a bath in jail. But I heard there was one pen I was in there, was a bath in there, but I don't know who the hell used that.
Bro, why is it that in jail,
Yeah.
the bath is right at the front, innit? Like it's just out there. Like
I never saw one. They was on I think it was on the Madman wing. Like they had the bath over there. I don't know. Maybe they can cuff them to it. I don't know, bro.
no, there was a bath on every wing. There was a bath on the bottom spur.
Little
But the
concrete
bath
block.
is out in the open. So if you're sitting in it, man can just sleep like it's a madness, bro.
Bro, it's the same as the showers, though. The foreign man in the
You've seen
showers
that
didn't wear
before, innit?
boxes.
You've seen it before, innit?
Ooh, Schiff. What, Schiff was in them bathtubs? Blood.
Woo!
Nah, there was none of that. They were just showers. The showers. You have to tie your sock around the shower thing just to keep the water running, man.
Should be trying to stay out of that one. Should be trying to
wait.
stay out of that one.
Wait for summertime,
I'm not
people.
one of them guys that was in the bathtub in front of everyone, scrubbing down, rubbing my back and shit with someone watching
Yeah,
over
you know
you.
what I'm saying? Oh my god, why is the bathtub right there like that? Like, I don't know, it's crazy. It's the agenda, isn't it?
Yeah. Now in the showers, man, you face your opponents. You keep your back towards the shower head, and you face whoever's coming towards you, man. You can't be facing the actual shower thing, no, sir. Once you've turned that on, you gotta face the public.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna do some self-education classes in the summer because I got my mini. I'm building a project, and I don't know how to actually weld in it, but I'm getting all the equipment to do it. I want to do like from a day one, so like the amateurs up to when I manage to professionalize it, or whatever the word is, to the actual finishing in it. So for people that want to learn that type of skill, panel beating, welding, grinding,
That's sick.
body filling, I'm gonna do that in it, and you can all learn with me in it. So
Yeah, I'll be into that. I know a little bit about welding and that. Used to do welding on the steam trains and shit.
no way. See it. That's it, man. You got hidden things in it.
Yeah, that's it. I didn't personally do it, but I've always been there to help hold stuff. And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That light is when welding's going on, not with the little tool. I'm talking about the big tool that has a gas canister on it.
Yeah, the oxyacetylene ones.
That's the one. Those lights are bright. People, whoever's listening to this, do not look directly at that unless you've got protective eye gear on.
Yeah. You get flash burn in it.
Serious.
In your eyes, mate.
Because it's them little lead things, and like we had packs of them, and they melt down so quick, and you have to use another one before you realize, otherwise you burn off your fingers.
Yeah. So I got that project. I got to build a log cabin in the bottom of my woods.
Yeah.
I'm gonna build some composters.
One quick Moss. You know, inside that cabin thing, are you gonna put like plywoods for the inside? What would you use for the inside?
To be fair, because it's a seasonal thing, isn't it? It's not an all year round thing. So, in the summer you just have the stones because it's got stones on the floor.
Yeah.
And in the winter you just cut fir trees and put your fir trees down on your bed in it.
That's like the Christmas looking trees. That one.
Yeah. Anything that's bushy and green,
you
can use as an insulation in it.
I
But
hear
say if I put wood down, because it's like in the wilderness, mate. It'd all
Don't
get
get
eaten
damp.
by bugs. Yeah, and you'll be sleeping in bugs, mate.
Yeah, no, you don't want that. It's best to be off the ground than on the ground.
Yeah, if you're doing a cabin, obviously by all means, as long as it's raised like a foot off the floor, you can use wood for the floor, innit?
Yeah, no, it's already got the floors already done. It's got concrete slabs.
Yeah.
I was thinking of how on the inside, because it's obviously built by wood, so the wood's on layers, so the rain obviously falls off of it. But the inside, I'm thinking, what plywood it all, so you can then paint it, because you don't want to you don't want rugged walls inside.
No, if you're gonna plywood, use marine ply, bro. It's more expensive, but it'll last longer, innit? And
it doesn't chip off and dissolve up in the place.
Nah, and it don't warp neither.
Oh yeah, that funny noise. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, whereas chip ply, well, I call it shitboard because it's chipwood, where it's got all the little layers all compacted. That's crap, mate.
Yeah. That one there falls apart.
Yeah, but even that one, to tell the truth, mate, as long as you've got like an 18 mil, so it's about
thick enough,
this much, you get this paint that you can buy from hardware stores. You just paint the bottom of it, and that stops the damp coming up through it. But
Yeah,
People
I
think
know
when you're
about that.
building that stuff, yeah, that you want it all tight and closed in.
Mhm.
Well, you want air vents in it, so you've got to have a ventilation system somewhere. So
Yeah.
either you have it one little corner piece in the floor that you can put in
And
like
one up high.
and then one up high, sort of circulation. That's where
Yeah.
you get damp. If you don't
Yeah.
have your gaps or
Air
ventilation, that's where
flotation. The humidity in there'll be too crazy. And like you said before, you know, you got damp, and it's hard to stop damp. I'll tell you that.
With the one I'm doing, all I'm doing because I'm using boards like trees, I'm getting them milled, so it'll be like this wide each one by about this, so it'll be like scaffolding boards for the floor.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna burn the bottoms of them, not proper burn them, but just chark them a bit.
What's that, to seal it? Or?
Yeah, it stops the water from entering it.
Okay.
That's the old-fashioned way. Like when I do posts for fencing for farms and stuff, and you put in like the big massive 400 times 400 posts in, you just make a fire, rotate it on the fire up about 2 foot up, so it blacks up, mate. And as soon as you start getting it crystallizing from the chalk, stick that in the ground, bro. It'll last an
Yeah,
extra.
when they was doing our fencing, I was watching still. I didn't realize he put his something in there so it doesn't. What happens? I remember they painting the bottom half of the board for something to do with mold or something like that.
Yeah.
And then when they stuck it in there, then the fencing and all that fuck was there. That's a hard job, man.
Yeah, it is, mate. Yeah,
I got the measurements wrong twice. I had to borrow the neighbour's measuring thing. You know, the one with the wheel that you push. I had to borrow that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one I was using, it was stupid little half one. I had to keep stopping, redoing, and then adding it all up, and then.
Best way to start, bro. Obviously, you've done it now, but say if you've got a corner, so like the bottom end of your garden, you want to start in a corner. So you take all your old posts away, dig the concrete out or whatever was used in it, if it's wood or whatever, and then if you've got a gravel board, put your new post in, put your gravel board, your fence panel. Don't line up all the marks, put all the posts in first, because when you come along to it from different elevations of the ground, say it's on an angle, when you drop it in, it'll push the top out on the next one. So when you go to the next one, it's tighter. So always just do one post, put your gravel board in, your fence panel, and then do the next post to lock that in, concrete that in, let that set, then get to the next one and just go along one by one. Because when I first started it, bro, I was an amateur, mate, and I did like 30 posts, bro. Thought, yeah, I'm clever, mate. I'll measure 6 foot each one, blah blah blah. Sink them all in. I went back the next day, mate. I buggered myself up in it, so I learnt the hard way.
That's it, bro. You're clued up, man. You know your stuff, man.
Oh yeah.
You know all your stuff, man.
Yeah.
You probably know how to do roofing as well, innit?
Yeah, mate. I've actually got a roofed garage roof to do across the road for an elderly lady, innit?
Yeah.
She's the one that gave me the Mini because she wanted them off the drive.
What is it? Classic? Classic?
Yes.
Mr. Bean thing?
Yeah, 1963. Cooper S.
What, green?
Red, mate. So once it's done, it'll be worth anything from 14 to 30 bags in it.
Yeah, that's a collector's dream right there, man.
Yeah.
Do you know I'm expecting people that
One sec, guys. People, I put out a video on my WhatsApp that was really important. I'm not going to say what it's talking about. It's about 35 minutes long. I'm going to put the video in the chat for you guys. If you can please save it, and I really want you guys to watch it because it's really, really, very, very important video. It's not a video on YouTube because you're not allowed to play this video on YouTube, so it'll be on BitTube. But I want you guys in the chat if you can. This is very serious for your families and for yourself, and to really know what the hell is going on. This breaks it down like nothing I've seen before. So if you can definitely, I'm gonna put the link there now. I'll put it there now. If you look can like save it and watch it another time or watch it later after the show, I guarantee you're gonna like that video. Be patient with the video. It's not a 10-minute video, but it's got all the information that you need. All right, carry on, King.
Yeah, just to add on to what you two brothers are saying here now, about the people like being having this DIY type of wanting to build. some people have it, some people just kind of don't really. And I don't know if this is like if it's in you young or if it's something that you just grow into. Because I know people that come from, say, for example, they live on a farm, they're always going to be like, they're going to be working hard, way harder than the person who's going to be in a city. So naturally, I'd say they're going to be more that way inclined to be sort of a handy person. And I respect that, brother. And I think that's how we all should kind of be. I think kids these days, before I don't want to go too far off the track, but I think these kids these days, all I hope is that they get access to all these sort of digital applications where you don't have to be so practical, but you can be more theory based, right? You have to be that strong and practical and DIY and technical, but you can be that online. And all I hope is that they get the opportunity to grow into this. So it's not like it becomes a chore. It's like you enjoy it, yeah. And I think this is where we, as human beings, as a society, we've lost this. It's almost like everything's a chore now.
I got a question for you on that, bro. Because it's quite an interesting topic for me. Nobody actually knows this, but that's something we're working for. What type of thing, if it was an online system? Obviously, it's got to bring an income of some sort, but that won't be through the kids of poverty or anything like that. Be from like the higher funds from educational systems and stuff. But what do you think would benefit the kids, like you said, practical, that you could actually create online for them? What would you like to see?
I think as well as this digital renaissance, I want to call it, right? I'm gonna be quick. I'd say that the practical really does need to come, bro, because growing a seed in a plant in a pot it seems so conventional enough, but bro, that's like you need to germinate it, you need to grow it in the right place, you need to make sure it's at the right time. That's basics. We should know that. We should know that, bro. We should all know that. We should all know that. And that goes back to you being in a block and not even having to have any soil. So this is like I put it down to your environment more than anything, but I think, like someone mentioned, you're gonna have to get back to knowing how to grow your own food, even have maybe your animal, your own livestock, or some chicken somehow. But that's definitely the way forward. Everything's getting so decentralized now. Food doesn't taste the same. I don't know if you guys have noticed or not.
Yeah,
I'm sure you have, if you've got any taste buds and eyes. So I believe this is a time where, having your kids enjoy what they're doing and what they're learning, which helps them throughout their whole life, in the long run, is imperative, bro. And trade is something, it shouldn't even be called a trade. It just be something like you're going at home to learn it and you're going to enjoy it, right? And we I don't know why we started. They give us 7 different languages to learn. They give us all the humanities, PE, this, that. But just teach someone teach us some trade. We don't need funding from the Princess of Wales, whoever his name was, Princess of Edinburgh, with all these awards. Just make that mandatory, obligatory shit that kids need to go through as kids, and it has to be nurtured through the household and encouraged in the household and facilitated by the government, bro. The council needs to have some more learning, courses on that, and strict funding towards everybody having to have. It's like everybody has to join the army in Israel. Everybody has to have a trade in the UK. That should be the main thing.
Yeah.
I mean, for all kids, I think. I said
like
that
mate.
for the first couple of the streams, So yeah, big up. That's definitely a big point. The trade. Everybody should learn a trade. That's one thing I've always been saying.
100%. And a trade that can make you survive a bit as well.
Yeah.
Not just any.
A trade
But
you can live
what
off
the sad
without
thing is,
the system.
notice, family, just to add to this, sorry, I'm going to let someone else have the floor. But it's important. It's just come to my mind being in this environment, and it's good. I like that. With Decentraland, I've been looking at crypto. I don't want to segue off to crypto. Just keep a pin in it, brother. Just keep what you think. But with Decentraland, they've made it so you have to pay £100 to get access to it, right? And it's something where you need an account, you need to be over 18. This is what they should be doing for kids. Not having Minecraft games, so they go onto a game thinking that is a game when they're building stuff. They need to have something where you're actually trying to build something for your future that's accessible for the kids. They're keeping kids out of this digital explosion.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, try and gather them the appropriate coins and stuff now, and crypto.com is one of them. Sandbox, might be another one, but Decentraland definitely is. But these two things for your kids, crypto, because
any recommended coins?
Crypto.com, yeah. This
No, I mean
coins or altcoins. I don't know if everybody wants to talk about that now. I don't mind going into it, but I think he was just talking about learning trades at the time before, and how this brother Mosland Mind is just seems adept and learned and about DIY and stuff. And I've got a friend who's just the same, bro. And he's got mad respect for him. Everybody goes to him for like asking, about practical stuff and shit. He always got a question for answer for everything, But anyway, the crypto thing though, that's the because he asked me a question about the kids, and they need to be into this early. You need to get them in line, put them in line. And this ain't coming from me. Someone gave me the idea, so I'm not going to say this is mine, but it's definitely something. I was like, yeah, definitely, I agree with that. Get them crypto.com. Oh, did you say coins, as in altcoins?
Yeah, Bitcoins. What? Any recommendations?
Because it depends. Like now, crypto.com is a coin. It's actually a coin. It's called Crow Coin. And what it is it replaces your Visa. It doesn't replace your Visa, but do you know about that one? Yeah. Everybody know about it? Okay, yeah. So you know about so that's definitely something, in my opinion, without explaining what the functionality is of it is. But I think, in my opinion, it's got so much usage in the long term. So it's definitely something you're going to have to invest in. You have these big boys at the top getting 15% off and 8% off cashback. They're not going to want to, that's going to be big. It's going to be huge. So that's the one to get into, definitely. It's going up. It's up like 10% in the last day.
That's the thing, that is, bro, because how you're saying it's not child friendly, like you have to be 18 and stuff. Like from my own experience, when my kid was playing like Roblox and stuff, he used to have access to my bank card. So every time I got paid, he knew we could have a certain set of money and he'd buy what he wants. So I think us as parents, as long as we monetize it, we could teach our kids how to do Bitcoin, give them a set amount of pocket money or whatever, and let them have this money so they can boost it and learn it themselves until they're 18. Then it's all legal, isn't it? As long as it's supervised, you're in control of the money flow, so it's legal. They're not going to get the money until they're 18, so it's legal. That's a good idea, that is, bro.
Future investment.
Make it fun.
Definitely. I think these little metaverse coins as well, that's just you can build anything you want on that. Digital shop.
Shipper was talking about something like that last week. There's certain games, if you play the game, you get coins.
Yeah, these are pay to play, but with the metaverse as well, there's pay to play ones, like that. But there's in the metaverse, there's like Speaker's Corner, or you could have the G circle or the G, the G block or something, whatever, and you'd have your own little metaverse. Maybe with
I think the whole idea though, King Gold, is that you see, like when you're playing these little games on your phone, so you might have a game like World of Tanks or whatever, I don't know, whatever game you like to play in it. So when you're playing that game, you level up and you get points in it. So I think the idea of the metaverse is that your points are gonna be like coins in it, like the sum of their token or whatever, like they'll pay you out in it, like you can actually earn money in it. So I think that's a way to try and suck people in. I think a lot of it's gone to like gambling sites now. Like there's a lot of like gambling stuff going on. Like you got this Decentraland, you got this obviously this metaverse business going on, but there's more than one metaverse as well. So you have to remember that as well. There's more than one basically cyber world. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So inside of that world now, like you got companies like Lego or whoever, and they've just decided we're going to build something. We're going to build a Lego kingdom inside the metaverse. So now other companies then get jealous and they say, "Nah, I'm going to build a McDonald's right next to the Lego thing." or whatever they're gonna do in it. And then obviously at some point that means your avatar, if you've got an avatar, you can be walking around in the metaverse with your virtual pet that you probably paid for with Shiba Inu to name it the name that you want it to have. And then you walk it around in there and you go into shops and you can buy stuff in the shops and dress yourself up, dress your dog up. You'll probably be eating virtual food. They'll probably make you pay for that too. You'll pay for your virtual milkshake.
How do you go about owning your own coin then? Do you guys know?
I don't think it's that complicated, you know, that as far as that getting your own coin. I know someone who's got their own coin, you know, like that. But it depends on what kind of coin you're going to make. Because remember, you've got this thing called NFT now, innit? NFTs are essentially the same thing. It's a coin, it's a crypto. And it's how much are you selling that coin for and what is it backed by in it? Because say, for instance, now, if it's an NFT, then your NFT might be an image or it might be a piece of poetry. But if anyone wants that piece of poetry or that image and they want to use it on their stuff, they now got to pay you X amount. So it's worth X amount. Do you understand? So, yeah, it's a weird one. But the NFT thing sounds dangerous because, you know, people are buying stuff for ridiculous amounts of money. Like they pay, like even this Decentraland thing and all of these things, like these metaverses, people are buying land inside the machine. Like big companies, they're buying up land inside the machine, guys.
Yeah, they're making it private though, because they're making you spend £100 to be able to even pay for an avatar to get an avatar. Yeah, so they're obviously the people who don't want to, the freeloaders. Well, that's a massive population. 90% of people just want to come on for free. So they're keeping it a little bit private by keeping the price up. You know what I mean? You have to pay X amount. But I think when they open the gate, it will be huge. It will be huge. So it's an investment opportunity, definitely.
I think that's how they want people to interact now, innit? That's why they're allowing this to go ahead, innit? That's the whole point to it. Like, they don't want people walking into shops anymore to go and buy stuff. You don't need to go to the shop because they got a warehouse, and the warehouse is locked down somewhere. And you can go into the shop in the metaverse, and you can try on the clothes in the metaverse. In fact, guess what? When you put on this suit weighs you, it measures you, it knows exactly what fits you. The suit will start sucking you like in your sides and that hugging you and that fit to you, so it knows exactly your size and it, bam. Now it's just sending that into the metaverse. Anytime you buy clothes, they fit you now, innit? Because the metaverse sized you, innit?
Is this the world we're looking forward to then?
That's how I see it, bro. Like,
The fat bellies and hunchbacks, bro.
Bro, when we got the internet, remember this is Web 3. The internet is like Web 1 in it or something like that. So they've taken it to the next level. When we got the internet, like who would have thought that, you know, at first when we first saw it, that it was going to turn into what it is now and have like video call and all of them things. That was like in movies, like Lawnmower Man or something, or Demolition. So that one of them movies.
Shit, Demolition Man, I forgot about that film.
That's supposed to be futuristic though. Do you understand? So we're living that future right now. And then when you check it really, it's like, okay, that computer can do so much in it. There's only so much power they could get out of it. You could maybe look at an image and talk to someone, and that's about as far as it goes. These new computers, you can make a digital version of you and walk around inside the computer with that digital avatar and do things. You understand? So it wasn't that advanced before, and the more advanced it gets, you know, like I said, you don't need people to do things anymore because they can just have their little robot that they've got out in the real world and they're controlling it with the control pad the same way.
And when do you think these robots are going to answer back then? Because if we're pretty much almost run by robots as it is now, when do you reckon they're going to answer back?
No, but I mean, like, people are going to have their own robot. They're going to buy their own robot in it, and then you can send your robot out.
Would you purchase one? Would you purchase a robot?
Would I buy the robot? If the robot's going to work for me and doing all the work, then maybe you could do free jobs.
If the robot looked like Beyonce, yeah? If the robot looked like Beyonce and it was a cyborg and she moved like a human being, I bet you'd buy it. If it was but obviously, if you have a wife, it'd be cool, innit? Because then you could just take her to a barn somewhere.
I don't think it's about the robot looking like Beyonce or nothing like that. I just think it's about the robot being, what's the word? It's about the robot being more efficient than you and being able to be in more than one place at one time. So, you know, that's the whole
And
point of the
that's
robots,
what they're
isn't it?
gonna replace people with, the robots.
Yeah,
Or
that's
even
the
in the
whole point.
workforce, because the robot ain't gonna go sick. It's not gonna have a bad day.
Hey, what if
It's
she
gonna
had
be
the best?
doing them
If
now.
she threw the best pom pom now? If she threw the best, but you'd be. What if we had a doll that threw the best and she looked like Beyonce? It could get
Nah,
to that level.
well, that's a bit weird though. That's like, I don't even know. That's not even a word for that. Robotism or
That's what I'm saying.
robot gayism. Because even if you
That
had a
was
female
deep.
robot in your house, a robot don't have what's it called? A gender. So if you're having sex with a robot, you're gay, innit?
Nah, not necessarily. That's not necessarily. Nah. I don't know. You could say that. I don't.
But how can a robot have a gender if it's not human?
Yeah, but if it looks like Beyonce, then you know, to me, to like, you can then say to your conscience, your conscience can be clear, saying, "Oh, I know that don't look like a man." So if it might be a thing that you haven't, they won't even go into that. Sorry, I don't even know why I'm intellectualizing this, but
I don't know why either. I don't know why.
I've never done it myself. To disclaimer. But I'm just
Sick
saying,
guy.
if people do, because people get dolls, you know, people are mashing down dolls every night.
No, I've seen them. I've seen some of them ones.
Especially in Korea and things there, bro. They've got.
They build anything out there, man.
I'm telling you, and yeah, but I mean that's crazy. That's crazy to think. I don't think robots will ever take over in that way. I mean, that's it, unless someone, because you know all these different genders.
It's because we're feeding the robot all the information it's getting, and it's gathering it all from the internet as well. But robots will eventually outsmart us. I personally think.
I don't know about that one.
You don't reckon?
No, I don't know about that.
Because what are they plugged into? There's some. If you have a robot in your house that's doing everything like you said, washing, cleaning, all this stuff, taking your kids to school, it's learning as it goes, right?
Not necessarily, man. It's programmed, isn't it? So that doesn't necessarily mean it's learning. It just means it's programmed.
No, but if it's programmed, that means if your robot's living in your house, it's programmed just to do these set things, and it won't do nothing outside of its program.
That's right.
Well, you were talking about Beyonce looking robots, man.
Hey, King Gold. Talking about, I don't know, bro.
You're sick, brothers.
I had the earpiece in my ear the whole time, bro. I was cracking up, bro. I was on mute still.
You know what? I wouldn't even be surprised with all these different genders that they've got going on, you know, bro. Honestly, because
you know, certain men will run back to you on that. Hold on.
Bruh. No, but back to what I was saying, I think they probably will. Because they're gonna have to teach themselves something. If say for instance they're cooking for you, something's gonna tell them it's too hot or it's too cold. So as time goes on, they're gonna learn things. They're gonna do things fluently.
Remember, robots have sensors. Like, for instance, the car has got sensors. Like the car. When you reverse, the car's got sensors. It tells you got too close to something, and it knows when it's too close to something. So the robot's gonna at some point be that advanced, like your hand, it can sense heat. The robot's gonna have something to sense the heat and know the temperature and X, Y, Z. You understand? Yeah. So it's not the robot that makes
upgrade robots then.
Yeah, but we're the one that upgrades it. It's not the robot that makes it self-efficient.
No, of course it's not.
The operator.
Well, eventually, because think with a robot, you use a robot to build a robot.
The only way, yeah, the robot's gonna start understanding things and learning and doing its own thing, yeah, is, I don't know. You have to create, a system like that, a system based on learning, in it, based on understanding something and working out its own way of doing things. But in that chaos, the robot will just become redundant to that way of thinking, because it's gonna say that don't make sense. I'm a robot. I'm a machine. I calculate things perfect. I don't make mistakes. Do you understand? What makes us human is that we make mistakes. That's the difference, bro. A robot don't. So how is it going to think?
We correct our mistakes. If a robot made a mistake, would it correct it or try to hide it?
Yeah, like think about it. If you them Mars robots, yeah, that they send to Mars, them probes, yeah, that drive around on Mars, it might hit a rock and flip over and make a mistake and mash up itself, but it knows how to get back up and it will figure it out. Do you understand?
Because it's
Like,
been
it's made
trained.
certain way.
Because that's what I'm saying. Because it's been trained. And if you have a robot to defend your house, it knows some form of attack and defense. So when that's ready to turn on you, can you stop a robot?
Of course you can, because it's a robot, because the robot takes command. That's what we're missing here. That's where this conversation's going on. If the robot takes commands, it's a machine. Yeah, it takes commands. That means you're in command of it at all times. The only time you're not in command of it is if, say, for instance, you arm the robot with sensors and said to those that if anything goes past that sensors, shoot it. And there's guns armed in the sensors. Yeah, bam. Now, unless you got some type of face recognition or something that picks you up and separates you from everyone else.
You should have.
Yeah, but that's still you doing it. It's not really the robot learning nothing, is it? How's it gonna learn that? That don't make sense.
I don't know. It's the same as your phone, isn't it? Your phone learns your habit because it's programmed to learn it.
Depending on
Yeah,
the
but
level
remember,
of
even
AI.
with the phone, you got that Siri thing with the phone, yeah? You got Siri now, yeah? So
Siri,
you can ask
Alexa.
Siri certain questions, innit? You can ask Siri some messed up questions, and Siri might even have ask her to tell you a joke. She might tell you a joke, but it only goes so far. The intelligence of Siri only goes so far. The rest is all down to you. If you don't put that information into her brain or into a interface, then she's just not going to interact in that way because she's a robot. Robots are perfect, which means they do nothing until I command you.
Yeah, I don't know about that. It might start off that way. Buying a robot from someone that's stronger than you, quicker than you, smarter than you, I think that's a higher risk having that in your house.
Artificial
intelligence. Man, it ain't iRobot, man. iRobot ain't here yet. When we get iRobot, then maybe, but we ain't got that one yet, man.
Yeah, but that's the thing in life. In life, everything develops in life. So they're gonna start off
We
with
haven't
normal
got to
robots.
that level of programming yet. That's what it is. Like the people who are programming the machines, they're only so smart in it, so they can only program it to do a certain amount of functions. No one's made a machine like that. Now you got that thing that what is it, that Elon Musk thing, yeah? That robot that talks and it can bust conversation and them thing there. But like that's as advanced as it's getting. It's not the Terminator robot yet, where it's walking around and it's got articulated limbs, like just like making cups of tea and stuff. It's not doing that.
It's on his way, man. Trust me, there's nothing us humans can't do.
Look,
when them
say that.
computers,
I'm not so sure though. Bro. I think that you see that the type of technology we got now, the type of microchips we got now, they're not small enough yet. But yeah, go on. Go on, sorry. Yeah, I can hear you now. Go on.
No, yeah, I just wanted to add to what Theo was saying. Yeah, but when them what he's talking about, when them technology ready to do their own thing, because I'm saying that some of these AI cryptocurrencies, some of these things that they're working on can do their own thing. Remember the video of Elon Musk said, with technology, it can take over and do its own thing and get as high as it wants to, remember?
Yeah.
So
you man are talking about Skynet.
What's he talking about?
That's what it sounds like when Elon Musk was talking about it.
He's scared
I
about
don't think that's not actual physical bots, though. I think it might be. Is he talking about digital bots or? There's digital bots. Then there'd be the actual bots or cyborgs or cybernetic organs.
I don't know the actual name of it. What he was talking about. He was talking about AI in general. That it's actually got the power to control its own thing. And this reminded me of the film Terminator when he was talking like that. It was weird.
It's eventually going to be able to happen, man. And as we get smarter, the things we use get smarter, and the technology we have gets better.
Yeah, I mean, look how it is. How great would it be for Hollywood to have their robots picking people up, throwing them high out in the sky in a massive world war? And it's like, how good of a motion picture would that be with loads of robots picking people up by their feet, throwing them around whilst we're running around with like EMPs trying to stop them that people have got from because there's some good defects or rogue elements of the army that like we don't want to see people get destroyed by robots. And that, it'd be like some guerrilla warfare thing, man. I've seen all that shit, man, and I could definitely see some mad people, bro, with power wanting to do that shit just to say that we did it, because it's a great feat, isn't it? It's like the Egyptians created these stone pyramids, and then you got
how did they do it as well?
See, but it's the same thing now. Look,
that's
at
a whole
that.
different
Like,
ball
they
game.
had robots. So it's going to be the same thing. They want that type of
power,
clout. They want that type of clout. So I wouldn't be surprised if they let their cyborgs go. They just don't want to. I reckon they're just waiting for the right time. To be honest, I'm not going to lie, bro.
Yeah, I think they've got a load of them already. I definitely
sorry, bro. Go on.
Yeah. Go on, bro. Go on.
I just feel like sometimes.
No, go on. I'm just saying.
Go on, brother. Go on.
Bro, we already.
I was just saying. I think they've got them right now. I think they've got them right now. Is what I was saying. Like what you were just saying. I think that they've got the robots right now, like you said, but they're just parked off for the minute. Yeah, that's what I think.
And that's the thing, yeah. I mean, if to tread into conspiratorial like water is what you know. I feel like trying to predict how technology is going to advance in the form of warfare is a total logical thing to be trying to think about, and I don't think it should be so what's it called, taboo. You know, when it comes to conversating, and people sort of shoot it down and say, "Oh, you're talking about crap," but it's never going to happen. And trust me, bro. I know what's happening. I know there's parts of this world where it's guarded by one man, and then there's a mile flipping tunnel, and then you get to like a door, and then there's and there's an underworld somewhere. Like why wouldn't someone that's so powerful that have control of the world do that? Like you would want to do that, isn't it? Like, oh yeah, let's go away to the middle of the world, guys. Come on, like, you've had enough of this surface. You'd do that. You would do that, innit? And I don't know, when you start working in rigs and stuff and in that type of I think you start to learn stuff in it.
Environment.
Under the water and stuff in it. So I know they've got stuff underneath there, but that's a definite.
It's like you feel the power. If you go on Minecraft or you see a kid playing Minecraft, you see the power that they're embraced with by just being able to get different materials from under the ground, what they can make with it. And it's realistic, mate. Although the graphics isn't. The actual...
Is that the one, Moss, when they go underground? That's the same one, isn't it?
Yeah, and they have to survive. You go in survival mode. Yeah,
that's crazy. A lot of underground business going on, isn't it?
Yeah. So, Amanda, if you don't move on with the time, what do you reckon will happen then? You'll be stuck in the past?
No, you won't be stuck in the past if you've got knowledge of it.
True.
I think the way these passports are going for this certain epidemic thing that we're going through, obviously I can't speak words because monetizing, but there will be passports, and I think that's going to block the people out that ain't taking what they want. It's going to be pretty tricky unless you've got the basic skills of harvesting your own food, being able to keep your family warm, an income. So, you got to be able to find an income.
So doesn't that make it more important than that everyone should be stocking up food from now? Then, just in case we do go into that situation.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I can just say
from your passport.
You see, when you're talking about this robots thing, I don't think they got the robot like the Terminator yet, but I think they got the Iron Man robot where he talks to the screen and it can answer questions and it collects information from all around the world. I reckon they got.
Well, don't you remember my video, Shipper? Shipper, don't you remember the video? You done a bloody show on my video and it had the basic Terminator robot in there, bro.
I know, I see it. I don't think
not the one that was rolling around on the floor. Not the one that was rolling around on the floor, like not that Terminator, like humanoid, like. But the one at the end of that video, there's a robot that they made it to shoot. You understand what I'm saying? And it can walk and it can shoot. It can't do backflips and stuff, but that's more or less that's the thing.
They would always build the robots for destruction first before building robots to help people.
Well, if you look at bomb disposal in the military, they've got that robot. You can attach whatever you want to it, and then about 6 years later, you're seeing in one of the videos in China in the streets, they put the test down of that robotic dog in it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Where it was scanning temperatures and stuff. They can arm that with whatever they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I was watching this thing about spies, and I didn't even know spies have insect things that can pierce you. You know, they can actually pierce you and inject you.
Yeah.
They can send something the size of a butterfly or a beetle. So if we've got knowledge to build things like that, that's why I don't think having a robot in the house you could trust that fully. No way.
It's like you know the old I don't know about the new ones because I think they changed it in it. But if you get an old, do you know the old thermostats that you'd see on your grandma's wall and it had that red liquid in it?
Yeah.
If that gets even a little milligram, half a milligram gets into your bloodstream, you're dead, mate.
Right. So why the hell would they use that?
Exactly. You know what I mean? Mental, mate.
It's same like the asbestos. Like how many buildings is stuff with that? I'm sure they must have knew the risk back then, but cut costs, innit?
Well, it was a more durable thing from World War II. That was asbestos. That's where they designed it, innit? Because materials were scarce to get hold of, so they made that basically that fiberglass, which is asbestos. Poor man's fiberglass, innit? But yeah.
Hi, Georgia. Big up yourself, Georgia. Big up Gene Beasley as well, yeah? And, you know, I see a few more jumping since we've been on, man.
Yeah, man. Big up everyone in the
Big up Lind as well. Big up Lind. Big up Rachel now.
Hey, BR, when you think about it, the car's a robot now. And the cars drive themselves as well.
I know. And I know you've got one of them cars as well, you know.
No, sir. I ain't got none of them type of business going on. You see me, I'm one of them people, yeah. I don't even like getting on the airplane because I'm not the one driving it, you know, like that. I don't trust the driver.
Oh, you get passenger if you're not in the driver's seat, innit?
Yeah. I don't really,
No, man, but that's due to come though. And hopefully that can help with bad parts in the world, you know, places that we can't actually reach. Hopefully these robots can help them dig holes, build buildings quicker. They probably can do it 10 times faster than us.
It's funny you say that, bro, because they've made this new robot machine that can build a house out of layers of it's like a cement, but I think it's 35% cheaper than materials to build a normal house out of bricks, and you don't need insulation, you don't need to put foundation walls. It's literally like a 4D printer that works on a big frame. So they build this scaffold with all these motors on it.
Yeah.
They find the plot that they want it on, and it literally just goes around like this and just puts all the walls in, leaves all the holes for the pipes to go through.
Yeah.
On a large scale, mate.
4D printing that.
Yeah. They were using them for homeless veterans in America. That's how I come across them, innit? They built a whole little village for these homeless veterans.
I'm sure someone got bagged for that in the UK. They built a gun with one of those things.
Oh yeah.
And tried to do a robbery with it or something.
Mental, mate.
So that's pretty much a rubber wax template, isn't it?
Yeah. Plastic, innit?
Plastic,
yeah. But it's got so much hardener in or whatever. It's stronger than concrete, stronger than steel.
Well, see, the things that we build, yeah, and then when it gets sold and got sold on now,
weaponized.
It gets into the wrong hands, isn't it?
It's that whole good and evil, Dr. Evil thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's always the evil people that have got the money to pay to take it from the mainstream and use it in their own, or adapt it, or stuff like that. It's like those drones. As soon as drones come out, drones was a kid's toy, innit? Originally, you'd have them in. Yeah. We had them when we were kids, mate. Those little wind things to start with, where you pull it and it just fly.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Then it went into like the LED ones that you could fly around your room. Then people thought, oh yeah, you know what? I'll build that into something that'll carry a camera. Then from a camera, the Mexican cartel were using them to ship all the drugs across the border. Now the police are using them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We would make way more creative as kids, didn't it? I remember when we had with the airplanes, you had to make them little I don't know if you got the top of a bottle and had a balloon and put the balloon on the top of the bottle.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm telling you what, man. Hey, you know about them ones. I'm telling you, we were way more creative as kids.
Because we was outside. We was outside, that's why.
Yeah.
Like, we made water bombs with paper, A4 paper, just folded up a certain way. Water bomb.
And cups,
crazy,
bro.
isn't it? And that's the mischievous times that you always reflect on.
Yeah.
Crazy. You ain't got none of them now, bro. Maybe birthday parties or Christmas. Man. That's
bro,
strange.
I don't even think the kids know about Knockdown Ginger.
Yeah.
Wait, dog.
Yeah, Knockdown Ginger, all of them ones. But it was more of a fun thing.
Yeah.
In that sense. Now it's probably you're just worried about what postcode and what latest drill song and who's sending the who.
Yeah, listen, when I was a young teen, I still watched wrestling. I might have been on road, but I was still watching wrestling. I don't think they even watch TV or anything like that.
At least you had like that. Yeah, exactly. At least you had the other side, because the road was always been like kind of a bit hostile. You know what I mean? Not a little bit cold, but when you to have that sort of playful part of you, and that definitely helps with all your willingness to be creative.
Yeah,
because you didn't have much, so I do definitely believe in that concept of not having much makes you more creative.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know, the people.
But that's one thing you have to instill into your kids, isn't it? Like program yourself to do it. That's the only way around it. Really. You've got to be a good father, man. Can I ask everybody here something here just before you go? Sorry. I know I just jumped in, but can I ask everybody here? Has everybody got kids? Anybody got kids?
Yeah.
Would you be thinking about homeschooling them under the current circumstances? Because I know a lot of people not really too, happy or feel safe with this COVID and all the things they're trying to teach. Because I haven't got kids in it, so I'm just trying to Scott home teach.
Me personally, bro, I would, and I think my kid's mom would, innit? We live separate now, innit? But her fear of it is the social service, mate, because they've got the claws into so much. They'll say it's neglect.
Yeah, no, I've heard of that. I can imagine. I can imagine that. I can understand why they possibly want to use that, because you're not allowing a kid to socialize and the rest of it.
It's so like me, mate. If you've listened to the show before, I didn't go to school. I was home educated, innit? And we didn't have social service. Didn't even know where we were, mate. So we were calm, innit? But in this civilization where it's house to house, everyone's on the lecture roll and all that stuff. It's near impossible, mate, to try to teach a kid from home. There ain't the education itself. It's that weak that they have to do it behind closed doors in their own place because they're embarrassed to the fact that you won't be able to send your kid home and teach them the same as what the school's teaching them, because it won't be viable. The parents won't. They'll be like, "What? This is kindergarten stuff, mate." Like, I ask my stepkids when they come home from school, "Oh, what you learnt today?" Like, not much, like. And I'm like, "What? Like, you've been in school for all them hours and you can't come home and tell me you've learnt something." Like, that's when you know the educational system's failing the kids, mate.
Not like Hogwarts, how they make it out in the movie, innit? Where there's all sorts of contraptions and they're talking about all sorts of, and they're only young. No, I don't know. No, I think that goes with how much money you put into the funding for your kid. I think definitely has a huge role to play in that. Though. Definitely.
Innit? Boys, come, boys.
I'm quite happy, brother. I'm not. It's quite interesting. Yeah, without me sound like an incel, I'm kind of saying I'm quite happy now that I ain't got kids at the moment, but I'm still young, so it's not, But yeah, it must be hard for parents now, bro. No, it is. It is.
It's
one of the first times I've ever said that.
Yeah, it's definitely peak, man. People should really definitely think about what they're doing, bro. Right, because right now it's like
for some stats here on education as it is since COVID, bro. Say my partner, she was a head teacher in it. She's took some time out of it now because it's going all wild. But she was telling me, I said to her, I said, "Do you know anything interesting we could talk about?" And she was saying from her stats and her audits of the schools. That she works a lot with like gypsy heritage, getting the gypsy kids into education and stuff. And she was saying from COVID, a lot of gypsy kids will finish school after year 4, like year 4, 5, 6. So they'll finish like year 6, yeah. From COVID, the kids that are at year 4, because of COVID, they've lost 2 years education. Those kids ain't going back to school now because the parents, the traveling community is taking them out to go and do work and stuff and travel and that. So all those kids that left in year 4, which should have been by now in year 6, are still stuck at that level of year 4. And she says then in like another 10 years, those kids, the majority of them is going to be involved in crime, stuff like that, because the educational system's failed them. Do you know what I mean?
So how do kids in the traveler community deal with education wise after they've left school and that? What do they do? I know they got to work.
It's literally work, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, like me myself, I can't speak for everybody, but me myself, I didn't care for education. Like I can't say, oh, if I had the opportunity to go into school, like not gonna lie, if I did, mate, I'd probably be able to be like a solicitor or a doctor or something like that because I'm that academic. But I ain't caring about that. I'm more happy with what I learned, mate, like the hands-on stuff. These people that's trained to be doctors, yeah, it's a profession, they help people. But when the system's gone away, mate, you take everything away, what are they left with? All they could do is medical advice. Whereas me, mate, I can build houses, I can farm, I can raise animals, I can harvest. I've learned way more from being a traveller than I would have in any educational system. Do you know what I mean? And who's to say that I wouldn't have been depressed of having to be in that community and climatise to the system and stuff like that? Do you know what I mean? Because when I moved into houses from living in trailers, that was a struggle for me. Like I didn't want to be in a brick wall. Like my room didn't ever change. Like I'd look out the window, I was looking at a house. Whereas all my life growing up, mate, we'd be seeing rivers, fields, trees, wildlife, all that. It was free, mate.
Very active outside.
Yeah, and like even now, mate, I got a beautiful big house here, loads of land around, and that's P, mate. P's on the videos to me most times. It's like, where are you, Moss? I'm like, oh, I'm outside, bro. And he's like, right, it's freezing, bro. What you doing out there? I'm like, mate, I don't like being in the house, innit?
Yeah, my brother's like that. He's like that too, man.
Yeah,
that's why I can relate.
But
no, he loves being outside, doing stuff outside.
My goal, mate, is to get the kids that are troubled at school, instead of putting them into these community areas where it's just a building where they have to go by the demand of the authorities and social services, that if they don't, they'll get taken away from the kids. What I want to do is build up like a forestry school, innit? So
outside
I could take
schooling activities.
Yeah, I could take
things that could stick with you for the rest of your life, pretty much.
Yeah, they could go to the woods, mate. They ain't gonna get into trouble in the woods. You know what I mean?
No, it's true. And there's life learned skills out there. So I think a lot of the youths now, by the time they hit secondary school, they're actually thinking about picking up their weapons. Some of them is picking up weapons from primary school.
Yeah.
And how do we get rid of that?
Exactly, mate. Music's a big
mentality,
influence, mate.
You got to change the mentality.
We can't change it, but we can put it in a different direction.
Well, you can change it.
That's if they listen.
You know, when you say if they listen, it's about, you know, opportunities, isn't it? Like, and how much opportunities is this system creating for the next generation that's coming up? There's only so many places in each university, so everyone can't get a place. You know, there's only so much places on each course within that university as well, so everyone can't get a place in it. Everyone can't be a doctor. Everyone can't be the top guy. You know, like that. Everyone can't be a flipping surveyor. Some of you are gonna have to take a different course, and that's the whole point. You know what I'm trying to say? But the system needs you as much as you need it. It's like we've adopted this feminine mentality where we just want to be what we want to be. We don't want to play a role anymore. Because as bad as that, I get where Mustard's coming from. As bad as that the system can be, you know, some people wouldn't really survive without it. At least he's got like something to pull back on and say, okay, do you know what? We got a particular lifestyle, travelers. and we equipped ourselves in a particular way, you know, so that we will be able to be efficient without it. But you know, most people nowadays, you know, I think it's the female mentality has just swept the nation. The men have been pushed to the back of the line and swept underneath the carpet. Will the real men stand up and be counted nowadays? Because everyone just wants to be what they want to be. You know what I'm trying to say? Back in the day, like, you got to think that men were just built different. They would be talking about like doing service for their country and going into the army and them things. That was a big thing. Nowadays, no one don't want to do nothing. People just want to do what they want to do. That's the truth. It's just about them.
I think the failure is.
Hey, listen, someone got background sound or something.
Yeah.
What's it sound like?
So I can check right now. I can mute you all one by one. You know?
Yeah, I'll mute myself.
Hold on.
I'm not muted.
Must be you, man.
Yo, you, man. How do you think people can stop the youth from picking up weapons, though?
What can stop the youth from picking up weapons? The war, the beef has to stop. That's the only way.
They need more opportunities, though, man.
No.
Opportunities ain't gonna cut it for them, man.
No, hold on, man. Man's talking about. What was the question? It wasn't about opportunity. What's the question? The question was,
how do you stop kids from picking up knives?
Yeah, how are we gonna stop the youth from picking up weapons?
Yeah, the only way you're gonna do that is to stop the beef. To both parties to stop beefing whoever they're beefing. If you can't do that, they ain't stopping shit, bro. Nothing ain't stopping.
That's why I say they need more opportunities. Because if they had more opportunities, they'd have less time to be wasting time beefing with each other and doing foolishness.
Yeah, but that's not gonna stop. That's not gonna stop the knives from getting picked up, though. It's just a couple man's gonna get opportunities and go off, and that happens anyway. That happens in crews anyway. Not everyone stays.
No, but we don't need a couple of men. That's the point I'm making. Only a couple of men will get opportunities. We need more opportunities so that majority will get.
What kind of opportunities?
The only way it's gonna happen is there's a truce. If there's no truce, then it's not gonna happen, bro. Come on, man.
What opportunities would you think?
I say that better paid jobs with benefits, XYZ. You know,
I don't
better standard of living, increased minimum wage, and better standards of living. Because I think a lot of it's to do with living standards. I think a lot of kids getting into dramas with each other or young people warring with each other. Sometimes it's just over a girl, and you know what?
That's not gonna take away.
You know what,
bro? But that's
Peniros, good
no.
point.
Hold on. Yeah, that's not gonna take away the crime, bro. Yeah, no jobs ain't gonna take away no crime. There's always gonna be crime.
I never said jobs, though. I never said jobs. I said opportunities.
What opportunities, bro? They have to be fit in their mind to be able to even carry out the opportunity, bro. You know what I'm trying to say?
I think about it like this, yeah. Think how many youths them, yeah, that wanted to, for instance, play football, yeah. But yeah, you got certain men that play football that are getting paid, I don't know, 500,000 a week, 200,000, 300,000 a week, but they can't give these young men them a little $3 a little $5 to play football for. Like, give them a little $5 and make them play football in it. Create more opportunity.
Still. They get paid once they get scouted. They start to get a little change.
They do, but not enough of them. There's not enough opportunities. If there's enough opportunities, then you wouldn't have so many of them going out in the road.
All right, football's not going to cut it because there's not enough teams to have opportunities anyway.
Not just football, though. No, bro, you're missing the point. It's not just football. I'm just saying using football as an example.
Not just football. Yeah, not just football. Only sport. Period.
Everyone's going to be opportunities in general in all fields. You know, because one kid wants to play football and that's his dream. And if he got to live his dream, he might have stayed off of the roads. But another kid wants to, I don't know, he wants to be a fireman. They need another fireman job for him, innit? Let him in. Open the door. You know, make it happen for these kids, man. Because if it's not happening for them, what else are they going to do?
Yeah. If it does, if you say what if it does, what else are they going to do if it doesn't happen? You said.
I can't hear
Yeah,
you.
that's where I think it comes from, bro. Like this whole mentality of, go out on the road because they can't make it in something else that they wanted to make it in.
Do you
A
think
lot
that's
of
the
these
biggest
kids.
contributing factor?
Honestly, I
Do you think that's the
disagree.
contribute?
Not for
Do you reckon
everybody.
that's the biggest contributing factor, though?
What's that?
Do you reckon that's the biggest contributing factor is there's not enough to keep their mind stimulated?
Oh, 100%. Like, think about it like this, yeah. You look at something like Formula One racing, then, yeah. So for these young black kids, like, especially, like, they ain't even really a black kid. In like, you got a mixed race guy or light skinned dude, and that's it. You get one. You don't even get two. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So there ain't the opportunity there for them. A lot of them, that might be their dream. That might have been what they wanted to do, but that door's never been open to them. So we need to create those opportunities and open them doors. And the people who want to be selfish and make it into a millionaire boys club, we need to relax them. We need to stop
All
that.
right. So can we say then when the kids leave school, can we say that college or university is opportunity?
Is what?
Is it an opportunity?
To an extent, but not everyone wants to go to college. Not everyone wants to go to university like that. And this is the point I'm making. They need the opportunity that they want to do in it. And
So
there's
you
a
want
lot
to
of
hand it to them the easy way, basically. Just hand it to them the
I
easy
don't.
way, basically.
I wouldn't say hand it to them the easy way. I'd just say that, for instance, like I said, if you look at something like the Premier League, where millions of billions of pounds, not even millions, trillions of pounds is pumped into the players and the coaches and the people at the top end. But the people at the low end, there's not enough opportunities for them. So some of that money, they should take it away and they should make opportunities for these youngsters that's coming through that need to be able to eat their food and master their craft. But they don't, bro. Like in America, they do more, but not in England.
All right, Simi RD, what's
Big up,
your?
sister.
Would you,
Big up to
hold
man.
on a minute, guys. Guys, I'm talking, man.
Yeah, good
Simi
evening.
RD,
Sorry if I sound tired.
yeah.
I'm
How you
buffed up.
doing?
I'm
You alright?
tired, but I'm hanging in there. Yeah, I'm good. How are you? How's everyone? Good?
Bless up, bless up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, bless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm good.
let me get your little take. Let me get your little take in it. I don't want no one to answer no questions or nothing. I just wanted to just talk and just get off what she wants to say. All right, bless.
Yeah, no, where Shifa, when you're talking about the kids and what's going on and that they need things to do, I agree. Like technology is a big part of that. They've kind of tried to replace going out and playing with technology, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that because we all know that there's a system, and do you understand? Like I think we all know or believe that we're headed in a certain direction. Nothing's really happening by accident. And one of the things that I work in schools. And I remember when I was going to school, it wasn't a religious school. It was just an ordinary primary school, local primary school. But in assembly, we used to sit and used to sing hymns. We used to sing songs that talk about God and all the rest of it. Now, they don't do that. They sing songs about feeling good and being nice to each other and being kind, but they don't actually sing songs about God or anything holy in any way unless they're in a spiritual a religious school. So like a Catholic school or, specifically religious. And I think from being that young, you're removing something from the kids. So when they get a bit older and we're seeing some of the things we're seeing now, yeah, we can say the kids are bored, they haven't got stuff to do, they've taken away youth clubs, etc. But it's deeper than that because the way the kids are going on, from what I've seen and heard, some of the things we hear that's going on out here, there's something else missing in the kids. It's not just that they're bored and they want to play football, because they're capable of doing things that is, deep. The way they go on now, the way they go on now, like how they will like chase one person down, all 5, 6, 7 of them, stab someone 27 times. Like that's mad. That's not a normal fisticuffs, is it? Like something that just went a little bit wrong. That's going in with intent. And to be able to stomach doing something like that at 13, 14, 15, 16 years old, that's a problem. And it's bigger than playing football and having a youth club. They shouldn't be able to do that and think it's okay. It's normal.
Yeah, but then
Something's missing.
is it fair to say though, yeah, Like, you see, how can I explain this? For instance, you see like someone who grows up in a house and their parents never ever cleaned the yard. The house was always dirty. They never tidied up, never washed the dish. That person's gonna be used to that, innit? So because their minds become used to that and adjusted to that, you know, their identification with or their way of identifying normality is going to be different to the rest of us. Do you feel where I'm coming from? And I think that that's an issue definitely that the youths them have, where you know they're around a certain mentality and a certain way of thinking and behavior so much that it
Where
becomes
does that come
normalized
from?
in them.
Yeah, but why? That's it. Where did
Where does
that
that
start?
come from?
Because realistically, there's always been badness on roads. It's never been, you know, bloody fairy tale land out there. There's always been people doing bad things. There's always been crime. There's always been killings. There's always been gangsters. There's always been drugs. There's always been, you know, criminals or whatever they want to bloody call people. Do you understand? They've always been there.
I was saying that earlier,
but
sis.
There's something. Pardon?
I totally agree with you, sis. I said that I mentioned that earlier, just as you before you got on, and that's one thing I agree with you with what you just said there.
Yeah, I just think that those things have always been there, but we all growing up never all chose to go and follow that because we was bored of playing runouts or whatever, you know. We didn't do that because we were interacting with each other on a different level, and we
just think that
I think
they lost respect for the system as well.
Hey, let her finish talking, man.
Yeah, where you were saying, Shifa, that depending on like the household that a child grows up in, it's exactly the same in terms of if a child's grown up in like love and awareness of higher beings and that kind of thing. If you've got young kids, remember, children, when they're young, especially, their imagination is vast and they're also at the most purest stage of humanity. They're not contaminated nowhere near as much as adults. So when they're singing and they're hearing certain things and they're just being exposed to thinking outside of the box, outside of the world we see, they're developing something within as well, inside their consciousness, within their spirit, within their soul. You remove that from them and you're singing about being happy and being nice and kind in school, for example, and that's great, but there's a loss of connection. And then we look years down the line. Yeah, it's destroyed.
You know,
and then we get to where we are now, and we're seeing, like I say, badness on a whole next level that I never saw. Do you understand? I didn't see. Things was always going on, but it was never anywhere near as horrific as it is now. There was never people as young as they are now on the scale, the numbers, you know. And it isn't just in our community as Black people; it's everywhere. So you've got a combination of.
Sure.
I think it's a combination of removing those kinds of things in schools. Like I said, I work in schools. I know for sure that RE is one of the lessons that will be skipped if someone's falling behind with something. Like that's a lesson that's just done. It's not monitored. There's no assessment. It's just one of those lessons that, you know, like I say, you can use that to catch up on something else. It's always been like that. But what replaced it when we was younger is we were sitting on the cold floor in the assembly and singing hymns. We sang. If you was in this country, if you're my age group, for most of us, I'm not that much older. I think I'm older than some of you. But
I won't lie. I didn't
just older than you, Pete. Huh?
Yeah,
did you not sing hymns?
I didn't sing no hymns. No, I didn't go to
No, did you not? School. Did you not sing?
Yeah, we were dancing to MC Hammer. We playing MC Hammer and all that in my school.
What, in your assembly?
Yeah, we done. You know them stories. You know, we didn't do really religious hymns. We done you know them stories, man. Them old stories.
No, but I'm talking back. I'm talking before secondary, because me and you's nearly the same age.
Primary school. Yeah.
Primary.
No, I wasn't singing. I wasn't singing in secondary school at all.
This is it. So I'm talking about primary school. Yeah. I'm talking about when you're like 5, 6 years old.
We used to sing things like Beatles songs and you know, we used to sing like not.
Did you not sing like, oh, he's got the whole world in his hands, he's got the whole world,
we didn't sing that. Nah, we didn't sing
You
none
didn't
of
sing
that.
that?
I think my school was
Nah.
corrupt, you know, when I think about it, you know. Because they even let me bring my records
Didn't
in there and
anyone
play
else
my
sing
records.
them kind of songs at school? Is it just me?
Yeah,
One
yeah,
who
I
are like,
sang
oh,
that.
No.
I sang that in primary
okay,
school.
I'll be out. Yeah,
But
that's
at the
it.
same time, if you didn't sing them at school, you sung them at church. So at the same time, it was different when
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, different times. Yeah,
But in school,
Can
when
I
we
yeah.
say
sang
one
those,
thing
it
to
was
you?
more around Christmas times. Because I remember
yeah, Christmas, yeah.
we used to sing, what's it called? You know, Puff Daddy and Faith Evans,
What?
Missing You.
Is it?
Oh,
But you must have went to school like
All
10
my
years
schools
ago.
got, not in a
Yeah,
bad way and
same.
that, towards my area and that, but
I feel old.
all the schools I went to, my school got shut down pretty much, apart from the last one.
But you see
The
what
last
you lot
one's
are
actually
saying
doing
about
good.
this. You see what you were saying, Samaya, about this. So basically, in the schools, the way they're teaching their children and not really making them access certain information anymore. I do think that does definitely play a part in their mentality. But I think, like, if I'm going to be honest, I think the biggest issue for these kids now is just the speed that information travels. Because you see, back in the day,
The
like,
access.
for instance, back in the day, you might have got a tape from America, and that might have had the new rappers on there, and no one else didn't know about the new rappers yet. There was only certain people who knew about the new ones now, innit? And then bam, all of a sudden, everyone would know. But now, it's not like that no more. Everyone knows instant. Everyone knows. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So when badness is going on, when they're making all these programs, like, don't get me wrong, like, I think the music and the programs, they program the kids. That's what I honestly think. And I think it's only a matter of time before someone sees that as a good idea, as a way to make their, to make their stamp. Do you feel where I'm coming from? Because if you look like, for instance, the American rappers now, yeah, for you to be an American rapper now, like, if you want to be the top guy, like, when we was growing up, it was like, I don't know, Tupac, Biggie Smalls, yeah? So if you wanted to be the top guy, you have to remember Tupac got shot 5 times. And the man's talking about it. So when we get a 50 Cent, it's no wonder he went so big, because he got shot how much times? Kanye West got shot in his face. What happens? Like, that's how it works now, isn't it? Do you know what I'm trying to say? So you got to get shot, you got to go to jail, you got to do one of these things. You understand? So that it looks like you're official, innit? And now, unfortunately,
Someone's
that
doing sanding or
mentality.
something.
But where does the sorry,
Someone's
Shifa,
sanding
where do you think?
wallpaper or something. I don't know. Oh, that's better, yeah.
Shifa.
That's someone's sanding walls and stuff.
Go on, somewhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where do you think that comes from then? So they're doing all this. Yeah, they've seen videos and whatever, and that's how they kind of got to show what they're about out there on the road. But the
I
ability,
think that comes from that directly. That if you think about it like this, yeah, the people, I think, like what they call that, NWA, then, for instance, yeah, like the people that's been successful previously in that field, that's the way they got through. And a lot of times, like, when you watch like movies, yeah, and there's a black guy in a movie, like, you've got to play a bit of a gangster role. 9 times out of 10, if he's not playing the gangster role, nowadays they got this kind of nerdy black guy in the film, or you might even have the gay black guy in the film. But there's always got to be a gangster element surrounding the black guy, and the young black guy especially. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because it's pushing agendas, isn't it? Like, society saying to you, we want you to be this type of person. This is what makes you cool.
So
This
where
is
is it
what
coming
makes
from
us
then?
like you.
Where is it coming
this
from?
is
So it's coming from. Where is it coming from then?
Where do you think it's come from, Samir? Because you
I'd
seem
say it's
to.
It's coming from the
I said
elites,
it.
man. It's part of their programming.
I
bro.
think
Like,
it's part of the programming to kind of dehumanize the kids and kind of, like I said before, like losing connection as human beings,
Is there a solution?
desensitizing them.
Is there? Because
Well,
I feel like
I think the solution is on us now as parents and older people to install knowledge into our kids and make them know, that is,
don't let them.
you might think you're important out here, but there's a big man in it, and whether you want to look at it as universe, God, Allah, whatever you want to call that source, that energy, they need to learn that. They need to know that.
Even with that, they might
Do you
not be
understand?
interested.
And no, they might not be interested, but then they've got better hope as time goes by in life of being able, when things get rough out here and shit gets deep, like how it's getting deep now, they've got something to turn to. Whether they thought it was nonsense and stuff when their parents were showing them certain things when they were younger, yeah, put it in the bin. Yeah, it's rubbish, innit? That's fine. As long as you've done your bit, because as they get older, they might need to draw for that to survive out here. Because it's real, isn't it? It's bigger than, it's bigger. There's a bigger thing going on. All this other stuff is just a symptom of what's really going on. That's how I view it
That's what's
anyway.
making them unbalanced.
Yeah, because what they're doing is like, it's extreme. It's not, growing up, yeah, like I said, people always used to have fights and do badness and whatever. But I know for sure that when I was going to school, people weren't rocking up with, everyone had a knife. People were getting killed every other flipping week on the way home from school or on the way to school. That
In
wasn't
my
happening.
era, it was kind of like that. I'm a bit
but I'm
younger
older
than
than
some.
you.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I'm a
that's
bit younger
it.
than some of you guys.
So,
Then
the
it
thing
started
is,
as well.
when you're a bit older, you can, and like Penero, you can probably look back and see the progression of how things have changed. So
Oh yeah,
what
I've
we
seen
look
it.
now,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean? We can see it because
The mad thing.
we
Let me tell you.
bit
Let me tell
older.
you the weirdest thing though. Let me tell you the weirdest thing though. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how it went because it's like back in the day when I was younger, we used to have beef with the Caucasian man. Yeah, and certain areas like Bexley, Heath, Belvedere, Schiffer, you know about them sides. Erith man, and we used to fight some of the white guys because of the racism and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy how I've seen it turn from that. Then obviously you go in school, getting caught up with a couple of little beefs with brothers and whatnot, and then it's just folded onto blacks on blacks fully. Now I'm not saying it should be blacks on whites, but I'm saying it's just mad how it's converted from that. Some of these young boys as well, they don't even know about what we went through at that stage back then. So the mad thing is it's kind of crazy when you think about it because the violence has always been there. But like you said, it wasn't a thing of where a man's dropping every week, or 3-4 man dropping every week. It was not like that at all. And when someone did get dropped, it was a big thing for like 2-3 months. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, I could definitely see the difference.
Right.
But it's just sad how it's ended. But yeah, it is.
Yeah, I just think all we can do is, like I said, as the parents, just have to school them. That's all they're just they're sponges. But if we don't find the time to sit and have conversations with your child,
but that's a problem. I think that, you know what? Yeah, we can say all this right now. Then we're gonna if we're gonna say we have to school, then we're gonna have to blame adults as well.
Yeah, definitely. Because you look what we was talking about earlier.
Uncles, aunties, everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But look what Schiffer you was talking about earlier, weren't you? About how certain people was going on Instagram. Oh no, it was UP, I think, as well. You were saying about like they put their little, not only God can judge me and thing, but they're skinning out the whole of themselves, taking pictures and all of that. Some of these people are parents. These people have kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Do you understand? So that's where
that's imbalance again. That's imbalance right there again.
That's
everywhere
right.
is the root
So
around.
as time's going by, and we're all getting older, younger people are having kids in this system. There's certain things that's just not being passed down in the same way that some of us might have received it from, even like within the family setup. Some of the ways that we were raised in terms of values and morals and stuff, that's fed through, So whoever you grow with, it was probably fed through from your grandparents. And where did that come from? Their parents. But as time's going by now, especially I feel like in our community, for people that are born here, the more that a lot of time is going by, some values are being lost along the way.
Yeah,
mindsets are becoming a little bit more westernized, or a lot more westernized in some cases. So some of them old school teachings and morals and values and all of those things that we had growing up, they're no longer being taught them things there. So it is a parent thing as well.
Our generation that's lost our generations amongst all of us that's lost our way then? Why the kids
Not
ain't
all of
getting
us,
right?
no. It's not all of us.
Yeah,
Well,
but
as
why?
adults, are you saying as adults? Are you saying as adults, Peter? Like,
Mm.
yeah, I get what you're saying with that.
Because
Yeah,
like, I think
a
some of
lot
the
of,
madness
yeah.
I saw my elders
Yeah.
doing that, and they was a lot older than man. And then for when we was like when man was puppies and that, you used to see the efferys that was going on, but you just never spoke about it because you was a youth man.
Yeah, because listen to what I'm gonna say. Yeah, like what you were saying earlier. Yeah, the reason I didn't disagree with it when you were talking about, it's like they take God out of the school. Yeah, and they take the church, take those things, and they separate it all from the state, and they say, okay, just be whatever you want to be. What that then opens the door for is, and not to take a shot at the women, but what it opens the door for is for us to go into a realm where, how I feel is my reality. Yeah. And if how I feel is my reality, then that's all that matters. God don't matter no more.
Yeah, of
Now I
course.
can be
Look, we got
unbalanced
people out here.
and everyone has
No,
to
sorry
accept
to
me.
cut you. Definitely. Look at what we got now. We've got people who are boys. I don't want to offend anybody, but it's confusing, to be honest. So I hope if I'm talking and anyone feels offended, please don't. But I'm just giving you my perspective. If you look at somebody and you clearly see it's a man or a boy, you can't refer to him as a man or as a boy because maybe he hasn't had no surgery and had no transformations, but he doesn't identify with being a boy. Like, it's all about how people feel right now. That's the world we're living in. Everything's offensive. Understand? Everything's offensive. Everyone's sensitive. Like, we're soon going to get to a point you can't say anything about anything without offending someone somewhere, because
But this is
everyone's
why
all up
I'll
in
be
their
honest.
feelings about how I feel.
I
Yeah,
wanted to
and
have a
call you
conversation like this. I was talking to Penero. Penero can quote me. I said this the other day. I said we need to do a show about feelings and the difference between feelings, emotions, and reality and X, Y, Z. It even came up earlier in the show because I
Yeah.
think a lot of people, they don't even realize that what they're living isn't actual reality. It's them making themselves subject to their feelings and then personifying that on other people. That's not
Yeah, that's
reality.
right.
That's
It's not
delusion.
delusion.
That's right. I agree. I think it's more important to be able to distinguish between your emotions and your intuition, because your intuition is strong and it's real and it does guide if you can tune into it. But the feelings, in my experience, can be very similar. So you have to kind of fine tune it so you can tell the difference between the two. And when you can, and you can tap into intuition and work with that throughout your life, you're usually good to go.
Yeah, because feelings can be chaotic, and we have to always remember that feelings are
Yeah,
individual. They're not
feelings
across the
are,
board.
yeah, and it's chemical. It's all like hormones and shit. Like, so it's not reliable. It's not. But your intuition, that gut instinct, that just doesn't leave. It's just sitting there, and you can't even justify why you feel a certain way, but you just feel a certain way to your core. You know, when you meet people and you don't check for them, you kind of feel like, when the elders used to say, your spirit don't take to them, that kind of thing. It's like an intuition thing. That's different to, I don't know, you're jealous of somebody or someone's got a better car or a better pair of shoes than you. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
So I just think, intuition is even more important.
Yeah, I think it's definitely important to be able to separate your feelings from reality. Because sometimes, even like, for instance, I've been in situations myself where I'll be honest and I'll put my hands up and I'll repent and say, I may not have just not liked someone, and I got no reason to not like you. I just don't like you because I don't even know why. Just because I'm not used to you. I'm not used to or maybe you see something in me that I'm doing wrong. Or maybe there's a problem with me that you see and I don't see it. And I'm not ready to change it. I just don't like you right now. But that's not common sense. That's just my feelings. And if I can escape my feelings and have a conversation with you, I might realize something about myself that could help me to grow.
Yeah, that's right. But then
we
you
might
can
become
also
the best
have,
of friends.
yeah, that's it. But you could also be having that feeling, and it's your gut, your intuition guiding you, protecting you. Because you can come to find out, I didn't really check for that person. Something about them, you just don't even know. Like, they haven't said anything. You ain't heard nothing about nobody. There's just something about their energy that's off for you. And then in time, often you get to hear and find out something about them. And you think, oh, you're not surprised, other people might be, but you kind of always had this feeling about them anyway, even if you never said it to anyone. You know, them kind of experiences there, you know?
Yeah, especially when I get people who try to force the issues, like they try to force their way into your life. They want to be your friend. They
Yeah.
make it really known. And it's like, what is your reason? What's your agenda? You know, I can get that.
Like my screen's doing all sorts of madness right now. What the hell is this?
No, it's
Happens
me,
every
bro.
other
Don't
screen?
worry. Don't worry. It's me. It's me.
Oh,
It's me, bro.
yeah, that's strange. That's fucking. I was like, right, who's someone's messing with my eyes right now? I was like, this can't be that good. Huh? Oh god. Okay, good. All right. Yeah. Oh my god, some very good points been made. I'm trying to log all of the points. And yeah, just carry on, man. So that just kind of threw me
It
off
sounds
a
like you're
bit.
sleeping in a sleep. You're in a sleeping bag or something.
Bro, I'm literally just looked at my screen thinking I'm gonna get an epileptic fit if I was epileptic.
No, I'm saying, what's that noise, man? It sounds like you're in a sleeping. You're in a sleeping bag.
No. Sorry, maybe it's because of
Oh,
the
no.
way my mouse positioned over my tab A.
Oh, he's breathing in the mic. He's breathing in the mic.
Oh,
Am I
okay.
breathing into the
Darth
mic?
Vader.
Oh, am I?
Darth
Oh,
Vader, you know
apologies.
like that. Yo.
Yeah. No, there's been a lot of points. I think that one of the last one they made about how people with bad energy usually kind of carry it around with them and get into problems if they don't shake off their inner demon. And I think that's a good. It kind of touches with the topic of the day, you know. But can I just give my personal opinion on why I believe it's happening to kids, and the solution in a nutshell is I think with like kids, what was I doing at 15? Playing football. I had strict kind of parenting more than the next. Other people that don't have that that I'd say benefit. What would they do? There was less ways of making money. So you even selling, a little bit of weed, or you might have been going out and trying to take some stuff. Now that was an older lot. The younger lot were really not that way inclined because the older lot were doing it. Don't know, maybe they're older making money, and there's more opportunities now. So everybody's way more money motivated. And then I go to it's that corporate mind, man. That's what I believe is come to. It's that gradual progression and evolution. And yeah, definitely, I can see it. That's my opinion on it. Yeah, Peniro, is that you doing that? Sorry, I'm gonna have to come out in and out because the screen's gone a bit funny for me. So I'm gonna.
Yeah, mine was doing that earlier as well.
Okay, maybe it's my.
But that's the thing. So it's gonna be a tricky road to get these youths to put down the weapons. A very tricky road because they're hard of hearing as it is.
That's it. But look at the times we're living in. It's real. It's
Can we
real
say
out here.
parents? Sorry, go on, sister. Sorry. I don't want to cut you.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, like, there is a real spiritual thing going on. It's a real spiritual war, and that's we're seeing how kids are. I don't want to think they're being lost or that they're being taken in the wrong direction by the wrong kind of energy because they're children. So I'd like to think that they still have a chance because they're so easily, they're so impressionable. So them doing some of the things they're doing out here, that is quite, it's extreme and it's dark and whatever. I'd like to think that the Most High will kind of see them as children still, It's adults that really need to be more careful, I think.
In what way?
Because we're older and we've got more knowledge, we've got more wisdom, so we don't have the same excuses for the things that we might choose to do that children do.
I hear that.
Yo, King Gold, I put my number in the private chat. Take my number down. I'm waiting for some future shows.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Can you hear me, King Gold? Yeah, your thing is doing a madness.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. You can hear me, yeah? Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, man, people them, man, had a good chat today.
What's that?
Is it cutting out? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna come off
We had a
and
good chat
listen
today,
in
yeah?
because my battery's dying.
Yeah, no, it was a good chat,
Charge
good
my phone.
conversation, man.
Thank you, D. Thank you, D.
Alright.
Appreciate it, man. Definitely.
Yeah, man. Bless up,
Thank
man.
you very much. Blessings. King Gold, can you hear me? Yeah, what's wrong with this shit?
Dr. King Gold.
Doctor
Gun.
Dr. Run. Hey, listen, good show. You know how we cover a lot of things in the show. Jesus. You know,
That's how it goes, man. When it's flowing with good energy there, you know?
Yeah, that's it. You know, big up everybody. Yeah, big up Shifa, big up BR Reality, big up Muslim Minds, big up King Gold. You know what I mean? Big up D. Who else jumped on? I don't know who else jumped on. Yeah, I think that was it, man. I think that was it. But big up everybody in the chat. And we'll probably be back, what, in a couple of days, you reckon, lads?
Yeah. Let's do this, man.
Try and do 2 or 3 this week at least, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Try and knock out 2 or 3 this week. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
All right. So, yeah, people, them blessings, man. And then we're going to play a little outro track.
Everyone blessed up. Oh, you know the thing everything go already. BR Reality TV, we there.
All the links for everybody that's on here will be in the description. All right? Bless.
Yeah. If you ever feel misunderstood, this one's for you. Just close your eyes. Turn the lights off. Chill. I'm from a spiritual world, different vibrations. That's why they don't know about the shit that I'm facing. Spiritual world, different vibrations. Dying from the inside cause it's killing my patience. Spiritual world, different vibrations. Sometimes I'm confused, I don't know why I'm chasing. Spiritual world, different vibrations. Inner demons, I ain't got me feeling like I'm failing. If times are ever hard, if you ever feel low, forget material things, pay attention to your soul. Build yourself up and grow. There's more to life than though. You don't need jewelry on your neck and wrist. I here to glow. Just close your eyes and chill. Relax your mind and feel. Every warrior and survivor needs a time to heal. Let loose and lose control. Don't fight it, let it flow. Take the rough with the smooth. Watch out for corners on these roads. Feel like you're losing youth, and please don't lose your cool. Wherever you might go through, just know that you're beautiful. The money comes and goes. The fake friends and the foes. Be strong and never give up when this life starts throwing blows. Nobody understands, not even closest friend. Going through it alone, there ain't no one to hold your hands. Fam, I believe in me, hope you believe in you. Just listen to the words, I try my best to get you through. I'm from a spiritual world, different vibrations. That's why they don't know about the shit that I'm facing. Spiritual world, different vibrations. Dying from the inside cause it's killing my patience. Spiritual world, different vibrations. Sometimes I'm confused, I don't know why I'm chasing. Spiritual world, different vibrations. Inner demons, I ain't got me feeling like I'm failing. Have you ever felt like you're stalling? Have you ever felt like you're falling? Have you ever felt like you wanna go to sleep and just not wake up in the morning? You be out here mentally under pressure, waiting for the Lord to come to bless you. Down out here where the government ain't playing safe, every day is a hunt for treasure. Can't lie, sometimes I wonder whether I'ma live to see this year's summer weather. Got a gun barrette and an umbrella for a rainy day just so I can function better. I'm lost and I'm trying to find my way, bro, but I can't read signs and the highway codes. Feeling so cold but my mind ain't froze. All confidence gone, that's why I lay low. I know exactly what you're feeling, my nigga, I can't lie cause I've been there too. Now I'm out of the pressure, coming out with confessions while bringing the good vibes near you. Just close your eyes and zone the vibe. Be at one with yourself, it's a lonely ride. Ain't nothing that's stronger than a heart that's filled up with love on fire. Keep your souls alive. In a spiritual place, falling, I'm deep inside of my element. I don't really give a damn about what they be telling me, cause it's irrelevant. As long as I know where I'm going, I'm fine. God created me a holy design. From inside, he took control of my rhymes, and they know that I'm from a spiritual world. Different vibrations. That's why they don't know about the shit that I'm facing. Spiritual world, different vibrations. Dying from the inside, cause it's killing my patience. Spiritual world, different vibrations. Sometimes I'm confused, I don't know why I'm chasing. Spiritual world, different vibrations. Inner demons, I ain't got me feeling like I'm failing.